All right, I guess I'm live. Of course, nobody's probably watching right now, but hopefully we'll get a couple of people soon. Didn't know I was going to go live. And I don't know how long I'm going to be on here. I know last night Samantha said, Twisted Art Lady said she was going to go live tonight. So, hey, I'm just cranking up a live because I got some free stuff and I'm going to show you what it is here in just a little bit. Signed up for a virtual thing, tasting with Buffalo Trace. So, hey, we'll show you what I got here shortly. But of course, I will be going live tomorrow night for the regular Thursday giveaway show, and we'll get ready for that. Tonight, I'm just drinking Miller Lite in the tall cans. So, hey, here we are. If anyone's there, comment in the chat, and I'll know who's here with me. But nowadays these vendors, I work for a large company, do tech stuff, security, and normally what would happen is they have dinners, events, and they pay for all this stuff, and hey, what's up, cool, running in Teresa, and they wine and dine us and all that type of stuff. But right now, no one's traveling as much, and they're doing these virtual events. So one of the things they're doing is bourbon tastings or whiskey tastings. I did one a few months ago that was Scotch. I got few bottles of Scotch out of it. But this one is a Buffalo Trace tasting, and I'm not going to give away who all it is or all of that. But I don't know why that thing is saying. Okay, there we go. So basically, Buffalo Trace sent me. One is the one I'm most excited about is their White Dog Mash #1. So this is what bourbon looks like before it becomes bourbon. It's just clear. This is mash #1. It's corn, rye, malted barley recipe. 62.5% alcohol by volume, which is 125 proof, which is by legal limit the highest proof you can put. Hey, Mr. Great Shot, Steam, Fire, and Ice, what's going on? CND. This is the highest proof you can put in a barrel and to age it for bourbon. So this is actually Buffalo Trace's mash, the White Dog, before it goes into the barrel. And of course, to be bourbon, it has to be aged for some amount of time in a new, unused oak barrel with a char on it. But of course, before they do that, it's moonshine or White Dog or whatever. They probably distilled this at 160 proof. And then they added water and they cut it down to 125 proof, which is the legal limit to go into the barrel. So I'll get to try this next week. I'm going to save it because I signed up for the event, and there's going to be a VP ambassador person from Buffalo Trace walking us through the whole thing. And they sent me a bottle of Buffalo Trace, which I'm not going to open this because I already have a bottle sitting right there where my thumb is. I'll just use mine and have this as my backup bottle. What's up, 21090? The other thing they sent me was a bottle of bourbon cream, which I have not had. I've seen it. I just haven't bought it, so I'll get to try this. And also when I do this with them, I'm gonna do it right here in this studio. So hopefully I won't distract anybody. But the fourth thing they sent me was this Sazerac rye here. Straight rye whiskey, which I don't normally buy because I normally spend all my money on bourbons and not ryes. But I do have some ryes. So we have Todd from 21090. We have Hugo Go Karts HD. We have Teresa Laguera. Mr. Great Shot, RB, how's it going? This is an impromptu live. I'm just, because I got my package in today from a vendor doing a bourbon event. I signed up for it and they sent me my bottles and I have, but this is the one I'm most excited about. White Dog Mash, number one. And I explained how that was 125 proof and this is what becomes bourbon. So, yeah, I get to try that. So how's the Sazerac Rise? Somebody tell me, is it good? Looking forward to grabbing some, RB. Yeah, I've seen it on the shelf, and I mentioned something earlier in a chat, and I said I always figured it was kind of like Bailey's Irish Cream or something. They're like, no, it's nothing like that. Which I have a bottle of Bailey's over there that I bought for the Christmas mixed drinks. My screen keeps going dark and coming back. I hope I'm coming through okay. But I'm hardwired, so I should be good here. Hopefully my camera's not glitching. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, I gotta and I'm always willing to pick up a bottle of Buffalo Trace anytime they have it. That and Eagle Rare anytime they have it available. Man, my screen just flickered again. Are y'all getting a flicker out of my stream? Because this is weird. I've never seen it do this before. It's just boom, going down, coming back up. Halfway to Friday, so doing better. Yeah. Oh, and I got good sleep last night. I went to bed at about 10 o'clock. And of course, I got up a couple times during the night because, you got to go relieve the pressure. And then, but I woke up and I think it was about 5:45 or something. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to just lay here a little bit longer. I'm not sure if I went back to sleep or not, but I got up about 6:15, got ready for work. So I slept. So my insomnia phase hopefully is over, knock on wood. But if y'all don't know, over the past couple of weeks, man, I barely got like maybe 11 to 15 hours sleep over like a 10-day period. So I was just spotty, and it was really affecting my mental awareness, put it that way, acuteness. And man, it was rough, but got it back today. So, and I got good sleep the night before, but it was odd because I fell asleep at about 7:30, got up at 3 a.m. But my wife appreciated it because I was up and no one else was up, and I didn't have anything to do, and there was crap on TV. I mean, I turned it, I expect at like between 3 and 5 in the morning that there's like these infomercial things that they do a whole show about. And it's like some kind of emerald trying to sell a grill or some toaster oven or some shit, or the little giant ladder system or something. But man, I was watching, I think I fell asleep watching South Park or something on Comedy Central. And when I woke up, it was sex toys. That was the infomercial for an hour. It was weird. I woke up and, well, when I woke up, South Park was still on, and I went and made some, I was hungry. I went and made like this chicken fajita soup, and I came back in there and sat down, and I was going to eat my soup, and I looked up and there was like dildos and like all this stuff on the TV. I'm like, man, I'm trying to eat here. So anyway, not that I have anything against all of that. Got nice events. No, well, this is actually it's all a big virtual event. It's national, Cindy. I mean, it's just, I tried to sign up for this other event that was a Blanton's tasting, and they're like, "Oh, what's your rank, man?" And they was asking my position, and they're like, "Oh, you're not the CISO," and I'm like, "No, I'm just a little old senior director, And they're like, "Oh, well, you can't sign up for this one." Sazerac's pretty good. Yeah, that's what I figured. Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, man, the good rest helps so much, man. Just staying sharp and all that. Whiskey Dick, how's it going? John Ross. Um, but yeah, I felt a lot better today, and I actually feel like it's not even 7 o'clock. Like yesterday, if I tried to go live yesterday, I would have. Oh, or even like any time before that. I've been missing live streams. I've been trying. See, my screen is black right now. Hopefully, I don't know why. I have my Wi-Fi turned off, and I am on hardwire, but I see the little Wi-Fi thing in my corner. Hopefully, I'm coming through and I'm not glitching out, but on my screen it's glitching here. So I just rebooted my computer a little bit ago, but hopefully that'll go away and it'll figure out that I'm on the Cat 8 actually. But yeah, man, I would have fallen off the stool. God, I hate this. Why is this thing going like funky on me? It's like, anyway, as long as it's going through good for you guys, I'm all right. So but yeah, I'm gonna go grab a beer here in a minute. It just that Wi-Fi in the corner is bugging me, and it keeps coming on and going back off, coming on, going. Anyway, but it normally doesn't do this at all. But again, if y'all are just joining, I got some White Dog from Buffalo Trace, got a regular bottle of Buffalo Trace, got some bourbon cream here, and I got a Sazerac rye. And next Wednesday, I'm going to do this event online. And the guy from Buffalo Trace, some VP guy, is supposed to walk us through all of these. And we're going to do a tasting and all that. And yes, I am going to set up my studio and I'm going to do it just like this. And I'm going to distract everybody. And they'll probably think this is a virtual background behind me, but so be it. I don't care. I'm going to do it anyway. Crazy Ann, how is it going? I got something to talk to you about here tomorrow, but we'll wait on that. I'll private message you on that one. But yeah, hopefully you're doing a lot better there, and we'll get you through whatever it is. Always on Happy Wednesday. Yeah, we'll get you through whatever your woes are there, Crazy Ann. But yeah, I'm gonna go bourbon shopping this weekend, but Super Bowl's this weekend, and what's everybody planning on Super Bowl? I'm personally, well, if y'all want to share in the chat, I am going to do probably a shrimp boil. Crawfish isn't quite in season yet, or I would do a big crawfish boil, but I'm probably going to do a shrimp boil and maybe make some other little appetizers and have around. Blue Farm, how's it going? And if anybody wants to join me up here, I will post the link down in the chat. This is totally impromptu, so just nothing on TV. Got my new little stash in today for the virtual tasting thing, so I figured I'd come on here and let y'all know. Going to a brewery, so a brewery distillery in Johnson City. JC, is that Johnson City? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Beautiful Viking. Yes, she is. She got a Viking mouth when she plays Call of Duty. If y'all want to tune in for that sometime when they're live, just get ready to laugh your ass off. And her laugh is contagious because she will cuss them out and laugh at the same time. So that's always interesting when they're playing Call of Duty. And her and Cindy and Marcel get on there. And others, Teresa, I think Teresa joins in too sometimes. I don't know. I try to catch them when I can. They are vicious, vicious. Well, no, she can still be innocent. See, I'm the type of person that words are words. You know, I don't discriminate against any words in the fucking English language. So you know, it is what it is. I don't think there's some people think it's bad words or whatever. Whatever, it's words. I'm saying words. I think it's more about the intent. You know, if you come up and said, "Man, I just won the lottery," I'm like, "You're fucking kidding me," you know? No, man, I'm serious. Really? God damn, motherfucker. You know, whatever, right? But if you come up and I said, "Fuck off," and you're like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa," you know, what's going on, man? Fuck you. You know, I mean, that's the intent. You know, so it's just words. It's just words. I could probably be just as mean without saying it. I could be like, "Man, go away. I don't like you." You know, or I could be like, "Hey," you know. I mean, because my boys and I in the military, when we get on the phone with each other, we call each other everything under the sun, but it's all in jest, and we know that it's that's how we are, you know. And it's funny, but I just making a point, you know. But all I'm saying is she can still be. She's not innocent though, but I could say she, you know. Yeah, people always say fresh as the driven snow. Well, the problem with that line is driven snow is not fresh anymore. It's got a bunch of dirt in it. Pin my StreamYard link to stay on top. Well, let me do this. Let me copy this. I'll just keep posting it. How about that? I'm just going to post it again. And then let's see. If well, there's that. I can star it. Does that do it? If I star it? Or that just puts starred in the. How do you pin something to stay on top? I don't know. Because I'm not seeing that option. I can show it, but there it is. I'll just keep posting it every once in a while if anybody wants to come up. Because eventually I'm gonna have to go get a beer. I'm gonna have to go use the bathroom. I don't like dead air, so I like people to be up here so they can keep the show going. Whether they do or not, it's not my fault. It's their fault. Devices not connected. We'll see if this comes in or not. Somebody's in the basement, but it says devices not connected, so we'll see. Oh yeah, y'all are. What was that? Halo. The horns hold the halo up. Is that what it is? You got to have a mount for the halo, so the little horns come up and they hold the halo in place. Little angels. Boy, I just remember Crazy Ann come out of that building and somebody was over. I forget who it was. I think it was Marcedale over on some street, and there was like this courtyard with these like this brick wall around it. And all of a sudden, Crazy Ann come out, and Marcedale was in trouble. She jumped up on the over the wall and was running across there, and these guys were like slaying somebody, and she jumped up there and was like, yeah. And oh no, I'm just telling the truth. See, I'm a truthful person, Teresa. But she was cussing in 3 different languages, and I was dying laughing. It was funny as hell. And yeah, you don't mess with her. That's blah blah blah. Yeah. But sometimes they're doing that. Yep, all lies. And I'm at work, so I have to. Yeah, Sorry about that. In the basement, the device, it just never would connect you. So may try it again. If it comes up, I'll bring you up. Shark Home Brewing. Yep, impromptu. Well, and if you're just joining, I got a little stash in. We're doing a virtual thing next week from Buffalo Trace. I got the White Dog Mash #1. Got a bottle of Buffalo Trace. Got a bottle of Bourbon Cream. And a bottle of Sazerac Rye. It came in today. So we're going to be doing that little tasting next Wednesday evening. So I figured, hey, 1 week away, I'll jump on here and gloat about, my free stuff I got. Crazy Ann said, be right back. So Crazy Ann, when she comes back, I'll have to ask her a question. John Ross, I'll come up in a bit. Well, yeah, but the thing is, if somebody else is up here, oh yeah. Now I will pour a little bit of the double oak. I was going to do that tomorrow night, but I can always do the other one. Spanish, English, and Italian. Yep. Well, Norwegian too. Yep. Let's not forget her language as well, because she'll say the same damn thing in like 4 different languages. And one of those languages you'll understand unless you are well traveled, and then you may understand. I mean, if who on here, y'all all know what scheitze mean. I mean, that's I know some cuss words in different languages. I traveled around. I was in the military. We went to Europe and I held Japan and Middle East and South America and all over the place. One thing we always did, we learned how to order a beer, and we learned how to figure out when someone was cussing at us. Great shot. How's it going?
Hey there. How's it going?
Man, it is going good. Let me turn this up just a little bit. I had it turned down. There we go.
I have my headphones on tonight, so I'm not sure how it's going to sound.
Oh, it sounds good. Sounds good.
Okay. Man, last time I was on, I was drinking that Smoke Wagon. I forgot that the proof on that was about, what was it, 59 point something? So.
Oh, yeah, the uncut, unfiltered.
Yeah.
120-ish
almost. I had a few too many pours of that.
Yeah, now that'll hurt you. Yeah, I always, when I'm doing my Thursday show, I'll look at the proof, and if it's like 90 proof or between 90 and 100, I'll drink 3 or 4 of them. But if I'm going for the barrel proofs or something, I'll trim that back just a little bit. But
good advice.
Yeah. No, was it you that had the who had? Oh, that's John Ross had the Woodford Reserve double oaked. I'll pour a little bit of that here in a little if John comes up.
That's a good one. I got that Sazerac in the glass now.
You got the Sazerac Rye?
Mm-hmm.
All right. See, I haven't opened it, and I feel obligated to not open it. But I mean, it's not like I'm going to drink the whole damn bottle before next week. But I mean, they sent it to me for the tasting, so I'm like, But I'm not opening that Buffalo Trace they sent me, because I have that one sitting right here that is half full, and I'm going to move this one to the shelf, bring my half bottle down.
There you go.
And I'll do the tasting with it. And
yeah, it's an all right rye. I mean,
yeah,
little sour note and stuff like that to me, but I've been smoking cigarettes for way too damn many years for me to get a whole lot of notes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's another thing I was talking about on last time when I was talking about doing these tastings, if I say, hey, I'm not doing a tasting tonight. I'm just,
Running.
you know, because when I don't drink coffee.
Oh, really?
Um, and it's not because I do tastings, right? It's not because I review bourbon. It's just I never got into it, and a lot of it stems back to what we did in the military. It just wasn't readily available. Um, when we were deployed and all that, they give you them little
Yeah.
ground packets or whatever, but I never
Yeah.
worried about it. And a lot of guys would, oh, I got to have hot water. How can I heat water and this, whatever,
That's
I
why
never
I drink
got,
Mountain Dew.
yeah, I just never got into it. But that I found out later that it can deaden your palate over time.
Yeah.
Now I'll drink a coffee every once in a while, but I don't drink coffee. Like I don't like I may drink 6, 7 cups a year.
Wow. Oh, I'm a
Uh,
daily coffee drinker.
yeah. But I used to smoke and I got away from that.
Good.
And but I don't eat or drink anything except for just water for 3 hours before I do a review.
Mm.
Now, if I'm going live like this, I don't give a shit. I'm not reviewing a
Yeah.
bourbon.
Exactly. It's
You
all for
know,
you. You're just relaxing and having a good time,
yeah.
chatting with everybody in the chat and stuff.
And I can still say, "Oh yeah, that's good" or whatever, but I'm
Yeah.
not reviewing it. I'm not trying to pick out all these notes, subtle notes, all that crap.
And a lot of the stuff that I've had, there's some of them are more subtle notes and stuff. Some of
Mhm.
your different, scotches and your uh, there's different ones that I've had like Highland Park and Seagrass and different ones. You can pick up different stuff from that. Even my dead nose can pick up some stuff from all those things.
Oh yeah.
But for the most part, I'm going for taste. Does it taste
Mhm.
good to me? And if it does, then I'll drink it.
Yep.
It's simple as that. I mean, I'm an old Kentucky boy, so.
Yeah, but and by and large, I mean, even now there's different like the Isla scotches or
Oh God,
smoky, peaty or whatever. By and
yeah,
large, and then the Highlands are waxy, and there's different ones. But people talk about, oh, bourbons you're only going to get they all taste the same. That's what some of
yeah.
the guys. No, they're more diverse than your freaking Scotch is actually.
Well, I don't know about that. I haven't had a whole lot of Scotch, so I don't have a lot of comparison. But I did
Yeah,
jump off
well,
at
except for like the
Troy.
smoky or the not smoky, right? But I have scotches, I mean bourbons back here behind me that I could pour you four, and you would swear one of them is not a bourbon,
Yep.
but they are. Every one of them's a bourbon, and they're all so different.
I mean,
Yeah,
one of the things I'm getting into now down here in Texas is the single malts.
yep,
Balcones has one,
yeah.
Andalusia. They have a lot of single malt type stuff, and it is so good. Andalusia stuff, especially when they're on. I think they're doing theirs mainly like a pot still stuff. So the legs and the finish and everything else just lingers, and oh, it's so tasty. It really is.
Mhm. Well, and like all I have in my scotches up there are single malts, but I like Highland scotches better
I tried
than.
a I tried a Compass box recently, and that was very tasty. It's a blend, but
Yeah.
real light, compared
Mhm.
to something like this or a lot of the bourbons that we normally drink. I mean, one of my normal go-tos was like a 101, 101 turkey.
Yep.
That's a daily.
Oh yeah. Wild Turkey 101. And if Buffalo Trace, the normal Buffalo Trace, was highly available, it would be about as coveted as Elijah Craig.
Yeah,
Because it's about $36 when they have it, and so is Elijah Craig.
yeah.
And it's a little more gritty than Elijah Craig, but I would put it next to Wild Turkey 101 all day long.
I like 101 better than Buffalo
Yeah.
Trace. Buffalo Trace is really light, to
Mhm.
me, and it's kind of a beginner, one here. You're like, do you want to try some whiskey? Well, here, try this Buffalo Trace. You might like that, or Weller. The what
Yeah,
is it?
the special
Reserve.
reserve. Yeah.
Yeah, try that. I mean, it's not that special.
No,
It
it's
really
not.
is. You try. I mean, I like Maker's Mark cask strength better than both of those.
Yeah, the Weller Special Reserve, it says the original wheated bourbon, but
Yeah.
I guarantee you that Bernheim I have over on the other shelf, it's a straight wheat.
Mm,
It's better than, in my opinion, it's better than Weller Special Reserve.
yeah.
And for people who talk about, oh, I get Weller because it's the beginning of Pappy, it is nowhere near fucking Pappy. Let me tell you,
Whatever.
it's not even. You're not even knocking on the screen door.
Yeah.
You know,
It,
I've
it's it.
had Pappy.
I haven't had a Pappy, and hell, I haven't had a Blanton's. So, and
Yeah,
around
Blanton's
here,
is.
it's hard to find.
I will say Blanton's is okay. It's not $100 okay.
No,
not even close.
I've seen it for the only one that I've seen around here. They wanted 150 for it, and I'm like, nah, thanks. It's not
It's
worth
not
that.
worth. In my opinion, Blanton's is a $60 bourbon.
There you go.
You know.
And I'd buy it for that
Yep.
just to try. You
Yep.
know. In the meantime, I'll drink something like like you're saying, Elijah Craig or
What's up,
E.H. Taylor.
Porte?
You know,
Yep.
something like that. Be fine with it. And I'm, like I said, I'm good with Maker's Mark or a lot of other ones. Wild Turkey, Rare Breed, or 101. Yeah,
Yeah.
perfectly good.
Yeah, I like the rare breed, and it's a little higher proof.
Mm.
So Alex Briere said, I just picked up an Alberta distilled single malt with added distilled honey whiskey.
Oh dang! I bet that sucker's sweet.
I might be good. Don't
I bet.
know. All right. Well, I do have to run to the restroom right quick, and I will grab another beer, and I will check the basement when I get back. But I am going to post the link one more time before I go, just in case. And I know John Ross said he may come up in a little bit. If he does, I will grab a little taste of the double oaked, and we can do that tonight, or we can save it for tomorrow, and I'll do that. But so that I don't take you to the bathroom, I am taking one.
Yeah, we don't want to hear no tinkles.
That's right. That's right. All right, keep it going. Keep it going. Talk to him now.
Hey, John Ross. Yeah, mine's the same. My palate is not the greatest because I've been a smoker since I was, oh heck, I was stealing daddy's cigarettes in the second grade. So my palate's not the best, and I smoke the occasional cigars as well. So I'm with you. Just if you like the taste of it, then that's good. It doesn't make a difference. Oh, and by the way, I go by Great Shot on the streams just because I was into this one uh, golf game on the phone. It's called Golf Clash. So I started on there with a lot of those people. Great community too, by the way. And so I started going by Mr. Great Shot, but my name is actually Mark. So if y'all see me in the chat or whatever, feel free to holler out Mark, and I'll respond to that as well. I'm sure he'll be back here just directly. The Sazerac's really not that bad. I'm not getting a whole lot from it. A little bit of that normal, rye spice that you'd get. What are y'all drinking on tonight? I don't believe Crazy Ann drink very much, do you?
Hooray! I made it back. Thank you for keeping it going.
Yes, sir. Not a problem.
All right.
I was telling them my name is actually Mark. So,
You say Mark?
yes, sir.
All right. Awesome. I think I may have known that at one time, but I was probably drunk when I knew it.
No worries. We meet so dang many people in chat. It's hard to keep up. It's hard for me to remember sometimes that your name's actually Jody.
That's right.
But
And
I do remember occasionally.
it's always nice when people get it right. I know RB was on here earlier. I don't know if he's still on here, but there was a guy. I actually hired a guy, and he was going through new employee orientation and couldn't sit still, and he kept leaving the room and wouldn't come back. And they're like, "Hey," and HR contacted me. They're like, "He's going to have to retake. He can't start work because he's going to have to retake new employee orientation because he didn't like complete the course and stuff." And they told me before it was too late, and I went down there and talked to him, and I said, "Dude, you have to sit through this. You're going to have to complete at least 80% or whatever. So stop leaving the room. Stay in there." Okay. And then he kept leaving the room after that. And I don't know what was wrong with that guy. And finally, so at the end of, they're like, he can't start. He's going to have to start next week. And I'm like, you know what? I'm done with this because I already talked to him and I let him go that day.
Yep.
And he was calling me Joe.
That was close. It started with a J. So, it was close. You got to give him that.
Yeah. But no, that was the craziest thing, man. If you can't pull it together for one day.
Oh, yeah, really?
One day.
Yeah. How you going to be a decent employee for any length of time whatsoever?
Yeah.
I'm the same way. I'm old school as far as all that kind of goes,
Are you in Austin?
Yeah, I'm in Austin.
Well, that's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I just paid $1,100 to get my propane tank filled.
Uh-huh.
Sheesh. But it's a 500-gallon tank, so but still, we don't have that much cold weather down here.
No, but Austin is we used to call it Little California because Dale
it's definitely becoming that because there's a whole lot of California people moving in down here.
Well, and they're willing to spend. They're driving the price up, so people are saying, "Oh, 400,000 for this house. Here, I'll give you 900,000."
Exactly.
Sold. Because they're selling houses for a couple of million, 2 or 3 million out in California, and they're willing to just throw $1 million down on a house, and it's twice as big as the one they had for a third of the price. And they're like, "Oh, that's a steal." But what it ends up doing is running the normal folk out of town.
Yeah, we're all moving out further away from Austin, which is it's fine with me. Where I'm at right now, I'm actually renting this house, but I've got a stupid view. I can see Tito's across the road. Behind me is Circuit of the Americas, the big racetrack, and then to the left of that a little bit is what is it? The airport, and then I can see downtown Austin.
See, I got you triangulated. I know right where you live.
Yeah, seriously, I can see Tito's and Circuit of the Americas is right by the back of the house.
Yeah. The other thing that drives up the property taxes and all that is that the people that are moving in are very demanding. And you'll see it. And 6 of 1, half dozen of the other. It depends on what your philosophy is on it. I like nice neighborhoods. I like having nice things, but there's certain neighborhoods where they want, I want stonework on every strip mall. I want I want all this nice lighting and all of this stuff. All that shit costs money.
Stonework like that on the house,
and they don't want just regular stuff. Even when they're going to go get their nails did or something, they want it to be beautiful, even in the parking lot. Well, all that costs money. And so they raise property taxes to pay for all that stuff. And then, the property taxes of the area become really high.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing right here in Austin is they don't have normal state taxes. So your property taxes pay for pretty much everything.
Yeah.
And then now with Tesla moving right up the street from me, my property taxes have went up stupid, like almost double. And then the place that I'm at right now, the last time that the insurance people were here, they looked out on the back porch and were like, "Oh, well, you got to pay extra for that view. That's too much view for most people. Most people don't get this kind of view. We got to pay extra for that."
Yeah, don't be surprised if they put a big penis in front of you. Build a Tesla SpaceX tower in front of your house and block your view from everything.
They're not here on the weekends when the Porsche Club rents out the track next door to me, and they're out there racing around in their McLarens and all kinds of weird cars, loud as all get out. They don't have to pay no attention to that.
Yeah, I watched a video they had a Bugatti at a car show.
Yeah.
And all these people were standing around, and what it was, all they were going to do is they had the cars up on these little platforms, like maybe this high. And they had to have a ramp like 10 feet long because, a Bugatti has like this much clearance underneath the car,
Yeah.
So in order to go on the ramp, it has to be long enough where the car can just ease off of it. But the guy gets in it and he fires it up. And of course, when that thing first fires up, it sounds like two M50s going off. Boom! And all these people are standing around with their phones, and that thing fires up, and they all jump. Every one of them. That is some impressive engine in that thing. Yeah. But it had racing slicks, and of course the distance between the slick and the fender was probably like that much.
Yeah, I worked for this one guy that he had a bunch of different cars like that. He had the was a gray Ghost. I can't remember. Oh, it was one. It's just stupid expensive. He had Lamborghinis. He had Ferraris. He still got like 4 or 5 Porsches. But to me, I'm like, it's a pretty car.
Yeah, but hell, if I have to drive 6 miles out of my way because there's a speed bump in between me and you, I got the wrong car, man.
Yeah. I mean, heck, on my normal work truck is a F-250 Ford, so and then other than that, the daily driver is actually it is a Mercedes, but it's like a suburban not suburban. What do you call it?
SUV.
Yeah, SUV kind of thing. 4-door. With a hatchback sort of thing like that. So
hell, I used to have a Lexus back in the day, and it cost me way too much for oil changes and all kind of. I mean, they would charge me extra because they had to pull this like plate off the bottom to get into it.
Oh yeah,
and all that. And tires, it ran through tires like I eat Cheetos or something,
But I'm too old school. I do all that myself,
Yeah.
I'll crawl underneath there and change the oil, and I've never had a diesel before, and until I got this vehicle, and then now I'm changing the oil. I'm like, oh my god, this stuff is so nasty. It's just like black. I change it and check it, and then now it's black again. I'm like, what the heck? Holy crap!
Yeah, my wife and I were talking about we got the travel trailer. Now we only have like a 20-something foot travel trailer.
Okay.
But we were talking about one of these days when the kids are gone, maybe getting a toy hauler and getting a couple
of all that.
Getting a couple of those the Riker, the Can-Am Rikers, because the Rikers are smaller. They still have 3 wheels, but you can pull one in and back the other one in, and you can tether them down in a toy hauler. And I said, if we get all that, we're going to have a diesel. We're going to have a truck big enough to pull that thing.
Yep.
And all that. But I was kind of looking at them, but you know, I mean, even the truck we bought is stupid expensive. You know,
Yeah.
I mean,
And they're
a
getting
hundred,
more so.
we spent $100,000 between the truck and the trailer. You know, we spent easily $100,000
Yeah.
because before that we didn't have anything to pull it. So, you know, people talk about, oh, the travel trailers it's 35, 36, 37,000. Yeah. And now you need a 60, 70, $80,000 truck, you know?
Yep. Just to be able to pull it and
Yep.
uh, not be weird with it. Well, if you do get to pulling it, running around my neck of the woods, give me a holler
Yeah.
because I've got.
I mean, we've been through there, and I know my wife, she's going to go through places, without me with the kids because you know because I can't always get good internet when we're traveling.
Mm,
So I mean, here I got a gig, you know, and I can work at my home office sitting right there, and it's my room here.
I've got I've got decent internet here, and then I've also got in the front yard. I've got like 4 RV spots.
Oh,
So,
really?
so yeah, you can pull your trailer in right there and be good to go with
Cool.
water and the power and the whole 9 yards. You know.
Yeah, and I've talked about if I had like we could travel on a weekend and get somewhere and set up and then you know unhook the truck. Now y'all can go do whatever you want.
There you go.
And as long as I can work from the trailer and have decent internet, but the problem is having decent internet. You got to, you know.
Mhm. I think you'd have to go uh, next door to the man cave. No,
Mhm.
over there I've got like 500, download speed, and then probably I want to say close to 100 up. So it's not phenomenal. It's not
Yeah.
like
Oh, but
hard water or anything, but still, it's pretty dang
before we
fast.
got this gig, I had a 450 down and 20 up,
Oh, wait, that's fast as
and it
that.
was perfect. I mean, it worked fine. It's just I have 1,000 things connected to my internet here. Both of my kids have gaming systems. My
Yeah.
wife she's doing like she has a thing called Fat Puppy Treats, and she's always like you know we have the laser engraver and all that stuff, and she does
Mhm.
all these like you know product for that thing. And I'm gonna right now we have a rocker for the laser engraver where you can put a glass on it and it will move the glass back and forth as it laser
Oh,
engraves.
okay.
You have to have a rocker, you know, to rock the glass.
I
It's
got you.
on back order right now, so I'm not using it for anything. But I'm really thinking about doing some coasters that say Bourbon Bounty because I could do coasters right now
Mm.
and do the laser engraved Bourbon Bounty logo on
Oh, there you go. That'd be cool.
them. But yeah, I may do like cedar coasters or something because cedar soaks up the water and it'll let it back out, you know,
Yep.
evaporate it back out pretty good.
Yep.
And so I may do something with that. I don't know, but I'm kind of waiting on that rocker, you know, to come in. But I mean, if you get a laser engraver, I'll tell you this: the thing is freaking as big as a Buick for one thing,
Yeah.
and we've got a pretty big house, but we're filling it up. But we have 2 different living rooms, you know, like a big like area, and we've taken up that front living room area with all kind of like tables and like workspace and laser engravers and all kind of shit, you know.
Yep. That's supposed to be the designated to your garage. The
Well,
workspace.
yeah. I mean, but that's my workspace. That's where I have my saws and my
Yeah,
you know cookers and you know all that stuff. So,
I got you.
mm. But that laser engraver, I didn't know anything about it really because I just hadn't looked into it. But you have to get a dryer vent thing system, you know, to hook
Oh,
up
the exhaust.
and exhaust outside
Yep.
and all that because it burns shit. I mean it.
Oh yeah, and a lot of that stuff you don't want to breathe it. I
Oh
mean, I
yeah,
worked as a welder for many years, and
yeah,
you don't want to breathe a lot of those fumes.
No, yeah. You want to have good ventilation. I mean, you're going
Yeah.
to smell it. You're going to get some of it. I've welded before. I've worked on farms. We've tack welded, tongue on something, start breaking down. We jack it up, get the metal back together, and put a line on each side, and
Yeah.
put a plate through there, and weld it to it, and reinforce it, and all that.
Oh,
Because
for sure.
cotton trailer, I mean, it's just a fucking cotton trailer. It's
There
like,
you go.
it
You
doesn't have to be pretty.
slap some extra metal to it, and weld the heck out of it, and make it work.
Hmm. Yeah, we'd put. Actually, when a tongue would split, of course, it's like a U frame,
Yep.
on that, and it would split, and we would put a jack under there and jack it up, and that make the split come back together again, and then
Yep.
we would put one across on the inside, and then a plate on each side,
There you go.
and then we'd get under there and weld that cross beam in there. And then we would put the plates on the outside and weld all around them. So, of course, my beads probably wasn't very pretty. Goddamn bacon, what's going on?
Dang old monkey welding.
Yeah, that's just me. It got it done. I wouldn't eat through. I wouldn't eat through. You
Well,
eat
as long
through.
as it holds, that's what you want. You penetration on both sides, make sure it holds.
That's right.
I mean, I used to do a bunch of, I made custom vent hoods and sinks and all kinds of things like that. We'd do stuff out of copper and stainless, bronze, nickel, silver, all kinds of manner of things. And it was fun. I mean, it's neat to be able to work with that kind of material to where something that you made is going to
Mm.
be around for your lifetime and your kids' lifetime and everything else.
Yeah,
So
most of the welders I worked with, especially on the farm, was those stick welders.
yeah,
Yeah, not the feed welder. With the little,
yeah, big.
you know, and some of them like what I learned later on is we were messing with like aluminum and stuff, and that stick welder, you can't use that on aluminum. It'll eat right through it. You got to have a little lightweight welder.
Yep. Well, TIG welding is I've done all of it. Your stick
Mm.
welding, your MIG welding, and then your TIG, where you have your torch here, and then you're feeding the wire in at the same
Yeah,
time.
you just putting it. Yeah,
Yeah. So
and
that's
I've done a lot of soldering. I've done a lot of soldering
it's
now.
basically like that. It's
Yeah,
basically it's basically like brazing.
yeah,
You know, yeah, it's like that. To where you heat the plate up, and then you add the metal at the same time as you're heating it, and you keep moving along like you're
It-
making a bead.
you know how back even in the 80s and even early 90s, we could still work on vehicles. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they had carburetor, and they had you could lift the hood, and you could climb over in some trucks and stand there.
I I
And
had my first vehicle was a '64 Chevy pickup truck,
yeah. I
straight
mean,
six, three on the
we
tree.
we yeah, we used to lift the engine and tranny out and replace pistons and clean that stuff up and all that. Nowadays, I looked in one car, and I remember that when in the 90s, and I looked in there, and the engine was sitting sideways in there, and I was like, how in the hell does that work?
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
John,
like
I see you in the basement. It says devices. Oh, there it is. Okay, John actually came on. There it is.
hey, John.
How's it going? Oh, can't
Oh,
hear you.
he's on mute.
Well, it doesn't say he's on mute, but I can't hear you.
Yeah, I don't hear him either. Nope.
Now I can get by at, welding. Uh,
Mm.
yeah, we can't. Yeah, all right. Yeah, but it's not going to be pretty. I wouldn't do it for somebody in charge of anything because their little crappie boat would look like shit. But it
Yeah.
would float. It would float, but it would look like crap.
Yeah. I like to weld. It's been a little while now. I mean, the last few years I've been working as an operator, so I've gotten away from the welding somewhat. But I still like to do it. It's fun for me.
Oh, my dad had a big welder, and I would go out there and he had the big arc welder thing,
Mm.
and I'd just take scrap metal and try to lay a good bead. And I got pretty good at, but it's like anything. You don't do it and
Yep.
you lose it.
Exactly. Practice. That's the biggest thing with welding is get the eye for it to see what's going on, and then just to practice and the feel for it, and you can get it down.
Oh man, one thing I learned quick though is we were holding. My dad was talking to a friend of his, and he said they were building deer stands out of
Mm.
this big tube frame, and
Yep.
they would cut of course they had a wet saw, cutting that metal, and they would cut the angles, and they would put the stuff together, and they would tack it, and he would say, "Oh, I felt it draw.
Yeah.
Now I can let go." And these guys were sitting around there going, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "You can feel it. You can feel it draw up when it grabs." And I learned that pretty quick, but yeah, they're like, we don't know what you're talking about. And he goes, "Just pay
Yeah.
attention. You can feel it draw up,
Yeah. You can watch it.
I think I got it.
Oh, you got
Okay,
it.
we can hear you now.
Got to bring the damn camera that's as old as I am up here because that's the only thing that has a microphone on.
Yeah, see, I use a separate mic system run in from my camera. I think this one's supposed to have a mic on it, but I don't use it.
I bought a freaking gaming laptop. I don't understand why it doesn't have a mic on it.
Really? Well, it's probably because it's supposed to. With gaming, you're supposed to have a headphone with the little thing that comes down.
That might be true. I don't do much gaming, so
Why'd you buy a gaming laptop if you don't game?
Because it was a Dell and it was freaking expensive. I can't tell you.
Okay.
I did no research, but I deal with what I got.
All right. Well, see,
I have the double oaked.
Nice.
okay. Do you want to do it tonight or tomorrow night?
That is entirely up to you, Jody. I can wait till tomorrow. That's fine.
I mean, that makes it where I don't have to pick and choose. I mean, we can do the Brown Foreman tomorrow.
Yeah, I can do it tomorrow. It's not a problem. I can wait.
I'll do Woodford Reserve double oaked. I'll do the McKenna 10-year, and
Yeah, I don't have the shelves that you do. This is the extent of my collection.
that is a good bottle. I'd rather do it tomorrow because I've already been drinking a bunch of beer.
Hey, I've been drinking Fireball, so I agree with you.
Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow. And that'll be, there's your sneak peek.
Fireball, just kill it.
There's your sneak peek for tomorrow night. I'm going to be starting off with Woodford Reserve double oaked.
I decided I'd change my background and stuff,
Yeah, I'm going to, tomorrow night, I'll be drinking Woodford Reserve double oaked. And for the first entry, I will do a double. Put me in for 10. How about that?
Oh, I'm for that.
Yeah, there you go.
First one will be put me in for 10, but 20.
Now that John's on, I'm having beard envy.
Yeah, I keep mine trimmed. I
just got trimmed. If you have seen my first videos, you can see how bad my beard was, how bad my hair was. I just got it trimmed today.
Oh, okay.
So I'm getting there. I just don't care. I live alone. I stay home.
There you go.
So
yeah, I'm slacking on mine, and the hair I'm letting grow back out finally. So because it's I cut it off about 2 years ago. No, back closer to 3 now. But
right.
my hair was almost waist length.
Ugh.
Yeah.
It was comfortable for me. I mean, I had long hair more than half of my life. I had long hair.
Same here.
Once I got out of the Air Force, I let it grow, and I didn't cut it for 20-something years.
Yeah, I've had long hair my whole life, but I cut my hair to get a job to run a restaurant, and then the restaurant freaking fired. Well, no, I left the restaurant. That restaurant I left. Um, Worked in another one for 5 years, and then they fired me. So I'm bitter about the second restaurant, not the first one.
Gotcha.
But
See, that's why you should buy lottery tickets. And then you don't have to be bitter at anybody when you win. You can just be like,
I think I may have bought 3 lottery tickets my entire life.
Jody, I'm here on YouTube. This is my lottery ticket.
oh, that's a bad ticket.
I know. I'm kidding, Jody. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's
Hey,
fun. This,
if I made,
I'm here for fun. I'm not here to make freaking money.
yeah, I'll tell you this: if I made $30,000 off of YouTube here in the next like 4 or 5 years, I would still be short on what I've spent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I totally understand. It's all good.
Oh, and there ain't no way that's gonna happen.
No.
Yeah, I saw sure Net posted something else. Somebody else was live. Now, I was trying to what for some Twisted Art lady. She said she might go live tonight, and I was kind of watching for that. She said maybe 8 or 9, but she doesn't have a time yet. And I'm like, okay, we'll just go till we go.
I don't know what
Hey,
they're
I'm going to
doing.
have to jump off here in a few minutes anyways. Go in there and get me something to eat.
Oh yeah.
I figured I'd jump on and help you out for a little bit. And
Well, you sure
It's
did. You
always-
jumped on at just the right moment too, because I was starting to hurt.
I still need to go.
always easier to jump on and chat this way than it is to try to type something in the chat to have you see it.
Always. And I'll post the link out again here in a minute. I still see it on the screen up there. If somebody wants to scroll up and jump up here, they can. And I may post it over to the group chat too.
Sun's starting to set on me anyways. I'm losing all my light.
And see if somebody wants to.
Although it might look pretty cool. Let me see here. Hang on. Let me move around here for a second and see if you can see some sunset. Oh, there you go.
Oh, that looks nice.
There's some sunset from Austin.
Where are you at? You're in Florida?
Austin, Texas.
Texas, okay.
Yeah, so sun
How
just starting to set.
How far away from the SpaceX complex are you?
Tesla?
No, he's talking about SpaceX down in Houston.
Oh, let's see. Houston's probably
4
2.5 hours.
Oh, 2.5. Is that what it is?
But yeah,
I'm a NASA kid, so that's where my mind goes. I always go towards space and stuff. It's all good.
Now Tesla is just putting in the Gigafactory right up.
Right. Yeah, they moved it from California because California keeps charging too much money, and California is freaking woke, and I'm not gonna go there. But yeah,
I will tell you this now. You know where Silicon Valley lies? You know, the fault, San Andreas Fault runs through the right by San Francisco through the bay,
Mm-hmm.
and then comes up and like where the San Andreas Fault curves up left, Silicon Valley is butted right up against the San Andreas Fault. I hope they've reinforced all this shit down there, because if that thing cuts up,
it will eventually. It's like the fault line back in Kentucky, the New Madrid fault line. It hadn't messed up in, I don't know, 60, 80 years now, but it will eventually. And then when it does, it's going to mess up a lot of stuff over there.
I'll be right back.
The New Madrid Fault
Memphis
runs,
and everything.
The New Madrid Fault actually hits Arkansas.
Yep.
And that's going to, they always told me that was So you've got your tectonic plate, one's coming in under the other. You get more activity over there. And this is a tension plate in the middle of a plate.
Mm-hmm.
They said if that sucker ever goes, you're gonna get a big quake, you know.
It's not if, but when.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to eventually. It can only build up for so long, and then it's gonna shift. Oh no, fireball!
What's up, Monica?
That's why I'm not drinking the double oak right now.
Good choice.
Mhm. Monica Tiamoni Arts.
All right, Jody, I'm gonna get off here for now, and
All right.
we'll get me a bite to eat.
Sounds good. And I'm going to post my little link back down here. Again, guys, this is just a little impromptu jump up here on YouTube.
It's good
Got
because I
good sleep last night.
Nice to see you again, John, and thanks for letting me hang out for a little while there, Jody. I appreciate
Oh,
it.
yeah. Hey, thanks for hopping up. Thanks for hopping up.
I wasn't prepared to jump up tonight, but I'm here.
You know what? It is one of those things where I was setting my lights up, because I packed this studio away into the corner and all the lights kind of pile back here and all that. And I turned the TV off and I was like, what am I going to do? And I started setting the studio up. And I'm like, why am I setting my studio up? And then I was like, well, I guess I'm going to go live. And then I did. So
There you go.
I went live this morning only on YouTube. I did not use StreamYard, which is a first for me. Because the last time I tried to go live on YouTube by itself,
Hey, Phil.
everything froze.
What's up, John?
Phil?
How you doing, man?
What's going on, Phil? Yeah.
Just getting off of work. So, I spent a little time with the wife before I came down here. You gotta give them a little attention anyways, right?
Yeah, you give them more later.
A little is a good thing.
That's all I can give is a little, so.
I give none. That's why I'm so single.
Check it out. Mailed your painting out today. I can believe it. Hey, everything comes in threes, right? I got all this free stuff from the vendor today, so yeah.
Yeah, I ordered some more.
I have things coming from the Pucker Butt Company. I've spent over like $75 on that company in the past 2 days.
Nice.
So we'll see.
So you got two things.
Yeah, I got a bill and like 5 or 6 sauces coming.
Oh, really? Man, because everything I looked at when I remember back when I was collecting hot sauces back before the incident, everything costs a lot.
Yeah.
Most of your hot sauces are what, $8.95 to $10.95 in most cases nowadays.
I spent $14 for one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm getting some things based on what they're called. I'm using wordplay in my videos. So you're stupid shit, or you're stupid for trying this, or whatever it's called. Yeah, it's coming, and I got things coming that say fin in them because I want to freaking lick it to tuna.
There you go.
I mean, I'm stupid. I do crazy things. That's what I do.
There you go. People like to see you do crazy stuff. People like to see you, when you're in this community, push yourself to the absolute brink. And they want to see the aftermath. They want to see you suffer.
Hey, I got stuff that's called I have an extract called Satan's Blood. I'm not touching that. I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it.
Have you tried the right hand of doom?
I have not.
That comes from hellfire. So you either got doomed or the right hand of doom. They both come from hellfire. It's the same sauce, just packaged One's a Hellboy sauce and one's a Hellfire sauce. But it's got extract. It's the only hot sauce that's rated at 6.6 million Scoville.
Mm.
The hottest thing that I have done was 200,000 Scoville, and that put me.
That's a jalapeno pepper, isn't it?
Yeah,
No,
it's not much.
Habaneros are usually in the a few 100,000. Normal habaneros.
The Ow My Butt Hurts sauce. It's a Reaper, Scorpion, habanero. That put me on my butt for like a day.
Wow.
A day.
You almost got to.
So I'm still new to all this, so it just takes time.
Have to do it every day. You almost have to, in order to build up a tolerance. You almost have to do something above average hot every day. You have to do you have to do a hot sauce. You have to do a tincture. I mean, I know my tolerance has come down. I can do it, and it hurt me more now than it hurt me before. But I'm not afraid of the pain like I was when I first got started in this.
Right. I try not to be afraid of it, but I mean, in all honesty,
when it's a new level,
ruin the whole day.
Well, when you get to a new level of pain, this is hotter than anything I've done before. You get that little bit of panic going. When's this going to come down? How bad is this going to be? How am I going to be laid up? There's all these things that run through your head when you got a new level of pain. So,
see, my thing is though, I mean, if I'm going to deadlift 500 pounds, I'm not going to do it. But if I tried it, I would rip every freaking gizzard I had, and I'd be laid up for days. You got to.
If you're already doing 400 pounds, 500 pounds is just another 100 pounds. But if you're doing 200 pounds, you go right to 500 pounds. Yeah, that's not going to work.
You got to work yourself up.
Right. That's all I'm saying. Work if this is what you want to do, and this is what you want, it sounds like which way you want to do. Whether you're on camera or not, every single day, you should do something that takes you out of your comfort level, just a little bit above your comfort level on spice, and you'll find that what was difficult 2 weeks ago is easier now, and it just keeps rising and rising. When you take days and weeks off from it,
right,
it hurts your level.
Yep. Yeah,
I'm trying to work on my light, guys. Sorry.
Now we're talking about going back and playing disc golf Saturday, because it's supposed to get up to in the 60s, and I was like, well, here's what I'll tell you. Let's not try to kill it, because I mean, you can pull a shoulder out, trying that stuff. Your glass is moving. Boy, thing was running away. Look at it. Oh,
don't put nothing else in me.
He's got ghosts. Hey, that's that Statesman. Yeah, I got a bottle of that.
It's not bad. I was hearing some people talking that like the bottled and bond from them is better and whatnot. Was it the 1892 or something?
Well, okay, they are, but that's still a good bourbon.
Yeah, this is, and now I can't get beyond it because I watched, I think it was Mash and Drum. I watched him and he was smelling it and whatnot, and he says banana. All he gets is a bunch of banana. But and now when I don't taste banana, but now when I smell it, I can smell freaking banana.
Yeah. Well, you know the story behind Statesman, right? It's from that Kingsman movie, the second one, where the guys in the States had a bourbon that their front for their was bourbon distillery, and that Statesman was supposed to have been what they were called because it was Kingsman and then Statesman, right?
Okay.
And Old Forester came out with Statesman, which was supposed to be the bourbon in the movie.
Okay.
And it's the lowest ABV from that Murderer Row series, of the 18s and the 19 up to 1920. And yeah, I mean, it's not, if you compare it with 1920, yeah, it's not near as good, but
Oh,
it's also not near as expensive. And there's a lot of bourbons out there that aren't near as good as
this
some.
was
but
$59.
they're
This
still
wasn't
fine
cheap.
bourbons. Was that?
This is $59. This wasn't cheap.
No. But
I think my my 1920 was like 69. So
yeah, and they range right in there with that. I think it's probably slightly overpriced at 59, but only a little. Like
yeah, I think
maybe
state minimum is like 55 or something on this.
yeah. Yeah, the 1920 is just a great bottle of bourbon for the price. I mean, you're buying below what the flavor profile.
It should be priced higher, is what you're saying. Yes.
Well, I don't want to say that too
You don't
loud
want to say it, but yeah, right. I got it.
yeah, because I like buying
We're
it.
talking New Forest.
Beer.
Well, that's me in Woodford Reserve, man. Don't mark that stuff up, because Woodford Reserve to me is like my favorite bourbon. So yeah, John's going to get his. John must not want to drink because he puts that stuff hard to get. Damn.
Yeah. It's an empty bottle, Phil. It's fine.
Oh well, shit.
I already drank it all. So this is the Old Forester that I have up on display.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the bottled and bond,
Yeah, that's bottled and bond would be what we think.
100 proof.
Yeah, it said right up top, right? Yep.
So I mean, I put the empty bottles up on the cabinets.
I put the empty bottles in the garbage. And I do have a lot of bottles back there that have about that much left in them.
See, I pour when I get down about like here in the bottle, I put it in my infinity bottle and then I get rid of the bottle.
Yeah, see, you know what? And I've been doing an infinity bottle, but I've been doing an infinity bottle with less than an ounce I've been taking out of the thing. So I gotta start doing my infinity bottle, filling it up quicker by saving the last swallow. So
yeah. All right, I'll be right back. I went and got a beer and then I realized it's tweaking me here.
he's got a tinkle.
My mic off.
All right, take your mic off and everything's fine.
Yep. But what I have found is that alcohol and pepper challenges does not mix.
No, yeah, I totally agree.
You got to stick with your dairy, your yogurts, and your peanut butter sandwiches if you're going to do something hot. Now, after you do something, if it's not too hot, it's not a huge challenge. You can probably follow the evening with some beers or something like that.
Right.
But I'm not big on doing any kind of the bourbon after I've done it.
I got my water.
What's that?
I said I got Coors Light. I have my water.
Practically water. I don't know. I've gotten into this. It's Founders Centennial IPA. It's a little over 7%, and it's. I'm starting to get to the point where I think I like IPAs better than regular beers. It's really weird because I've always been kind of the Michelob Ultra, Bud Light, Miller Lite kind of guy.
Right.
Well, that was before I started building up a taste of what beer should taste like, and when I taste something like this. Or I taste a fuller bodied beer like a stout or something, I almost feel like light beers are all, and even regular beers at that point are all kind of watered down, so.
Oh, I hear you. I did the New Belgium Four Roses thing a couple days ago. That had me wrecked.
Oh, yeah?
So, obviously, I don't drink that many good beers. I drink Coors Light too much. But.
Well, see, I have bought Michelob Ultra because that was just my beer of choice, a couple, 2, 3 years ago. And I'm 2-3 beers in, and I'm not feeling anything except my bladder.
Yeah, that's Coors Light for me. Yeah, 100%.
I'm not feeling anything but my bladder. So
Well, that's why I drink.
Of course, I could feel. Of course, I could eat before I drink. But then that slows down the process, and by the time you start to feel anything, you're feeling your bladder anyways, because now you've got more beer in your stomach in order to feel. I don't know.
Right.
I'm always kind of like this. I've got the beer here. I used to put the two together. I used to when I first started doing this. Guys were doing the guys were doing.
Cheers, Phil.
Cheers. The guys were doing what they call game changers and taking the stouts and putting 1 or 2 ounces of bourbon in a stout. Well, I got to the point now where I like to taste of both things separately. So
yeah, I have not developed a taste for stouts or I don't have the taste for stout beer.
find a good stout beer. Good stout beer was if you can find any of the BCS beers.
Mhm.
That's a good stout because they're expensive. They're 14, 15, 16 bucks for a single 16-ounce beer.
Right.
But you taste the bourbon in the stout, and then once you like something like that, then you'll seem to like one without the bourbon barrel aged part of it. And you can always take a stout. So if you get a stout and I really don't care for this, you take a shot of bourbon and stick it in there, and that's like a barrel aged beer right there.
Right.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, but even the peanut butter Yeti, I mean, man, some of these things, they have so many different flavors, and they have like the what was that Wicked? What was that? Wicked something. They had the Indulgent series or the Sinful series or whatever they called it. It had cookies and cream, and it had peanut butter cup, and it had all these fudge and all these different ones. I mean, they're good. They're good for like trying one and then doing something else. I mean, if I wouldn't sit there and drink a 6-pack of that shit.
Yeah. Well, I have a 4-pack. I didn't get out of my truck. I should go out there and get them. I got a 4-pack of the left-handed nitro stouts. Those are
good. The Dragon's Milk is good.
Oh yeah, but the Dragon's Milk is good. But the Dragon's Milk is almost one of those ones you got to stick like an ounce of bourbon in it or whiskey, and that just really just makes it. Well,
what I do is I have my snifter of bourbon and I have my stout.
Mm-hmm.
And then I take a little sip of this, and I take a little sip of that. And I take a little.
That's
sip
what we were talking about when you're gone. He's got one of each. I got one of each.
I mean, back in the day, we used to call it a Boilermaker, but hey, today I just call it drinking.
That's right.
My father graduated from Indiana. Boilermakers.
Boilermakers. There you go. Took me a second.
Yeah.
And I've never had like a Boilermaker or Car Bomb or any of that stuff. I've never.
And Left Hand Brewery makes some really good shit, by the way.
Yeah, I got to check out some more of their stuff. I don't know. I'm all over. I got my stuff that I like, and then I got stuff that I like to try. But even that s'mores, I went back to that, and I was like, I haven't tried. Well, you know what I did? I bought a 4-pack of that, having never tried it before, to go golfing. We do a mixed golf league on Fridays with a bunch of people that go out there and drink and smoke and have a good time. So I took a 4-pack of that and put it in the cooler. By the time I got to the 9th hole, I had finished the 4th one of those things, and that's got a high ABV on it. And I was like, ooh, I was feeling it. And I usually don't eat before I go golfing or stuff like that. I like going out there on a semi-empty stomach. So yeah, it had me all loopy by the end.
I'm gonna hit it by.
Exactly right.
Oh wow! I spun for a while, but yeah, whatever.
It was Tuesday.
Yeah, that's not a good. My bad. I'll fix that.
Yeah, and then I watched a guy make a real old fashioned. He had I think it was a lemon or something, not a lemon, but like an orange or something, and he was grinding it up, and he was doing this whole thing. He took the cinnamon, I think it was cinnamon and sugar, and made a thing for the rim of the glass. And I mean, he was going all out to make an old fashioned. I was like, yeah, it's a little too much for me.
There was a
work.
you've seen maple sugar, right? Where you take maple syrup and let it crystallize, and then they dehydrate it or whatever,
Yeah, I've never seen that before, but okay.
And my wife's from Maine, and up there they have like maple sugar, and it's crystallized maple syrup's what it is. And if you smoke, like do a smoky old fashioned with crystallized maple, like maple sugar, and rim the glass in that and all that, it can be a little different experience. But for me, I just like bourbon neat in a glass. That's it.
And again, that's way 99%. Well, I would say 90% of the time I do it now, but they make a pre-mixed old fashioned. Don't know who makes it. It's not coming to my mind at the moment. And I've had a couple of those, and man, I get done drinking one of those. It's like I think I drank like 3 or 4 regular pours, you know. So
I mean, there's a place in Nashville, Tennessee that does a basil old fashioned, and it has a basil leaf laying on it, and it's man, that thing is fantastic.
See, that's what I would like to do. I would like to go to one of these places with someone who's been there and experienced all that and try different things like that. Now, I know it's going to be expensive. I mean, when we went to Nashville,
they're about $15 a drink, but
I paid $22 for a pour of Bullet in Nashville on July 6th. I mean, they were charging more because it was that July 4th weekend type thing. But that was me and Jimmy. That was ridiculous. But that's why we bought the hairdryer bottle of bourbon down. I took a bottle of OCD 5 and stuck it in a black hairdryer bag from the hotel room, and we stuck it downstairs.
That's why Cindy calls it the hairdryer bourbon. Hey, Cindy's supposed to be getting me a bottle of OCD 5. I have that little thing up there, but I want me some marshmallow now.
Got to go Mr. Whiskers. That's Shane's honey hole. I found this place by my work. It's about half a mile from my work. That's got a lot of stuff. And they charge a little bit over state minimum depending on what it is. I did see Old Ezra 7 there at like, I want to say $69. But I got a place up the street here that wanted to charge $79 for it. I was like, well, that woman can go herself.
Yeah, my dad was talking about he has a place in Ozark, he goes, and they charge a flat fee of $5 if you use a credit card. And we got to adding it up, and he went to a place in Fort Smith that they don't have a flat fee for the credit card, you know.
Right.
But he was spending $5 more a bottle. And I'm like, okay, so how many bottles did you buy? 5 of them. I said, okay, so you spent $25 more, and you could have gone there and got it for $25 less plus, so you could have got $20 less, or you can just go by the ATM and pull some cash out, and they don't charge you shit.
Yeah. Well, we have out by my work. It's probably about a half hour, 20 minutes from my work. We've got a place called Total Spirits or Total Wine or something. And it's like bourbon, wine, whiskey, alcohol superstore. It's like the Costco of.
We have one of those.
Yeah, and it's all at state minimum. So I have not been there yet. I'm going to have to do one of these days where I'm not busy at work and take my lunch hour to go there. But my thought process is if I go there, I better go there with some money with the thought process of picking up 3 or more bottles.
Yeah.
Or something, you know?
Well, Total Wine here, they can't sell liquor. It's just wine and beer here. Because it's state law. It's the ABC store stuff. But Total Wine and there was what was that other one in Texas? Gosh, there was Total Wine, and then there was I'm just losing the name of it, but it was a big supermarket store like that. damn, it totally left my brain. And I see Mr. Fulton Mraz, I see a big white square in the basement, but I'm not going to bring you up unless you're on.
Yeah, his internet lately has just sucked.
Yeah.
When you do see him, it's all skippy and jumpy.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you need to get closer to your router there, Mr. Fulton, where it comes into the house or whatever. But
I'm getting ready to go back to my router. I think I should go back downstairs where I'm more comfortable.
Well, you're good up here. I mean, we see you pretty well. You know, I mean, your internet's doing pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, you're not skipping out. I mean, it's just, we have the lighting and the cameras.
It was just a personal statement.
Well, okay.
He's back now.
Well, it's funny at my house because right now I've got 3 kids plugged in with an Ethernet cord gaming. I ain't plugged into anything. I'm just using Wi-Fi, and 99% of the time I don't skip or lag or anything. It's just, I guess we got some really good internet. So,
Welcome back, Cindy.
I have a gig internet, but I still plug into my hardwire because even though the router's right over there, there's like brick in between me and the router because of our fireplace and everything. And I just don't want to be sketch. I want it to be smooth and solid.
Yeah, I should get me a 75-foot. I bought a 75-foot cord to go from my router to here, and my computer had to sit closer to like the door in order for that late. So I probably get me 100-foot and probably bring it in here and
specs,
whatever. But
that's it, specs. It was specs, liquor and wine. Yeah, that's it, Mr. Great Shot. You got it. Oh yeah, man, we had a big spec store close to where I lived when I was in Fort Worth, and but they have like food stuffs in there and everything, but it's like high end shit, like caviar and that type of stuff.
Oh, like what is it, Trader Joe's?
But yeah, Trader Joe's, a liquor store, but they had like little jars of things and high dollar stuff.
Did you see a thing today where a guy went into Trader Joe's and shoplifted, and he walked out with 10 steaks?
10 steaks.
He's got 10 steaks. He's walking out the sidewalk. They're trying to stop him, and they don't stop him because they're afraid of any kind of lawsuits or anything. Like, I mean, if you're going to shoplift, Now, see, that's the guy that's going to go home and feed himself. People stealing Armani, they ain't going home. They ain't stealing for bread. They're stealing. They're stealing for profit.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever had an Armani suit?
No, hell no.
I had one. No. I had one for a little while, but it was made in Korea.
There you go. You know what's stupid? I believe these glasses, I spent like $250 for these glasses. I can't see shit without. I believe these are, but they're, again, it's funny. I didn't realize until I bought them or until I actually got them. I'd gone in and they showed me a bunch of different frames and everything else. And these are the frames that I liked. And I'm not afraid for a pair of glasses to spend $200 or $300. It's not a big deal. But yeah, when I got the box, they brought it out. When I went back a week or two later, once they had them, I was like, oh, great. And then, of course, it was probably a couple of weeks before I actually showed my wife the box. And she's like, you are wearing, and it's like putting lipstick on a pig. It was just what I liked, okay? It had nothing to do with the name. The name was not what sold me on them, so.
No, I mean, I'm wearing Oakleys right now, but I'm thinking about getting a Ray-Ban has like a similar shape. Mm-hmm. But they're like black with like highlight in blue. I just want a little color, and they're a little bolder than these. I just figured that would help out. I don't know.
I just don't like the full frame. Like when I first started wearing like readers, they were black. Well, like what you got. I just didn't like the way it looked on me.
Yeah.
A full dark frame all the way around. I just didn't like the way it looked on me. So I always like something that isn't dark at the top and doesn't have a frame down here at the bottom.
Right.
Or has a very, low profile frame. I don't know.
Yeah. But I mean, your glasses fit you. And like from shape of my face, rectangle glasses fit me.
I got a big head.
And well, mine's big but disproportionate. It's I gotta have something to square it back out.
Yeah, well, when I lose weight, this big fat face becomes a narrow face.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's got to happen here soon.
Twisted says she got some Coach frames. Yeah, I looked at Coach. They didn't have anything, even in the men's Coach frames, that I liked. I don't know. But every time I look at frames, I'm like, oh, Ray-Ban, they can't be that bad because I have Oakley's on now. These were probably $800 fucking dollars, and I get to looking at them, and I'm like, oh, these are the Ray-Bans I like. Oh, well, those are the premium frames, and they're going to cost like $200 more. I'm like, well, frick.
Yeah. Yeah, these ones were a little over 300 by the time I think everything was said and done. But I had some insurance that was paying for part of that too.
Oh yeah. But I get the blue blocker, I get the etched, around the frame, just all kind of shit.
Well, I got the anti-glare on these ones, and for me, these things are all micro scratched up. What I'm looking here, and I put these things on, it's focused, but it's like I'm looking through a cloud of focus. It's cloudy, and I gotta go back and see if there's something they can do to clean these or correct these. I mean, damn, that's spending that kind of money for this that I should be, a year later,
Right.
glasses
crystal clear.
Yeah. I mean, I should be able to do this, and it's just out of focus. Not the difference between being cloudy and not cloudy,
Yeah, I have to clean my glasses every time I come on here because these studio lights, if I don't clean my glasses, it looks like snowfall.
And you've changed a lot since I met you, Phil. Wow.
Everybody changes, crazy Ann.
Yeah.
We're all heading downhill for death. I mean,
exactly. But I mean, I don't want to be like bringing things down, but yeah, I mean, we all go downwards.
yeah, you get to a certain point and then, sales die. Just some of us are going to get there quicker than others. But it's not a race, guys. You don't try to beat me there.
What's up, Guani?
Hey Barry, what's up, Guani?
Austin,
Hey, what's up, Mayberry? I spent a lot of time when me and Ann first met. I spent a lot of time on my channel, and my income really suffered. I grew my channel. My channel income at one point in time, about a year and a half ago, was really good. It's not now, but I was going live 5 days a week, and my work suffered. So for the little bit of extra channel money I was making versus the amount of money that my work has the potential for me to make, it didn't. I mean, I go again at that point in time. I wasn't drinking, but I go to bed at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning and work on 4 hours of sleep the next day. And yeah, I wasn't good for anything. And I'd be at work doing stuff on YouTube. No customers walking through the door. But you know what? When you're sitting there fiddling around on YouTube and someone does walk through the door, you ain't the first one greeting them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to be focused on greeting. Well, in my job, you got to greet more people, whether it's on the phone, the internet, or people walking through the door. More people you greet, that your odds go up that you're going to sell something to make some money. And that's all I do. That's the only way I make money. I don't make money for showing up and walking through the door. So,
yep.
I don't make money at all. So,
well, damn.
YouTube is a freaking hobby.
Yeah. Well, you don't make money.
We're talking about like real life, right?
I've just started. I have not been doing it as long as both of you. So I understand that, but
I ain't making no money off of YouTube.
What you got?
I'm making very little money from YouTube right now. Very little.
You're making something.
I'm making something, and that's because I got monetized. That's because I sacrificed, 2 years ago. I sacrificed money then for what little money I'm making now. So it was actually a bad choice. I should have been able to balance it out better and still get this accomplished without losing the money that I lost.
Right.
But we're here where we're at now, and we are doing, and I'm getting back into doing more and more and more and more and more things, so that this is ramping up. And I've been doing pretty good on my subscriber count lately.
And that's good, and I applaud you for everything you do, Phil. I love you, and you're one of my friends, and I understand that.
Hey, I'm
moving this shit back downstairs. So,
okay.
I mean, I'm here, but I'm moving back downstairs.
Oh yeah, Twisted. I mean,
well, Twisted
I haven't made a single dime off of YouTube.
This is a hobby that's costing you money, and it did for me
Yeah.
for the first year and a half.
But I'm not willing to sacrifice like any of the others. I mean, I'm just trying to grow slow.
Right. And I was stupid because back in the day you could kind of like network. Back when you had the 3 dots and you could network during the day, and I'd be in other people's live streams while I was at work and chatting and doing this and doing that, and helped me to pick up subscribers, So
Todd has something for you.
Yeah, that was my winning for my members only winning last night. So I do appreciate that, Todd. So I walked into the place where I got my right hand today. I walked into there. They had a Traverse City barrel proof that was a store pick. And I almost grabbed the bottle. I was like, you know what? I've got a Traverse City bottle here that's 80% full. Why do I need another one from another place? But I thought, because it was a barrel proof, it was a store pick, it might be slightly different. I don't know. The thing with the Traverse City is I'm surprised is it's a light color. It's a rye. It's a barrel pick, but it's
hang on just a second. We're gonna do that.
I seem to find that the bourbons I like better have a darker color to them. There you go.
All right. I had you muted there a little bit. You were scratching around.
I'm sure I was because the freaking mic is crazy. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's all right. I think you settled in now. We unmuted you.
Well, I got to go upstairs and get my beer and my drink.
But all right. We'll be here when you come back.
Boy, I tell you what, Todd, he found his angle, man. He loves some rye whiskey.
I think that's what I like. I think it's on some of these things. That's what I think I prefer is a rye whiskey, and it's really weird.
They got more. They got a lot of. Well, they have different flavor, but I mean, it's a punchy flavor.
Although this, the Statesman's not, but the Statesman, I'm liking this. I am really liking
good stuff,
the Statesman. So. And it's not a high proof. It's only 95 proof. So, it's not, but.
Yeah, some of us are still learning, Twisted.
Well, and if you're in charge of the panel, you mute somebody when they start.
Well, it took me a little bit, but I finally got him muted. And then by the time I got him muted, he was about done.
Well, that's why, it's like lately I haven't brought Fulton up. Fulton's come, he's down in the basement, and when I do finally see him, it's got to be distracting. If it's distracting to me, it's gonna be distracting to other people.
Yeah.
When it's skipping around and this and that, and it's not getting any better. It's kind of like, all right, well, that's just, I want to bring anybody and everybody up, but your internet can't be a distraction to everyone, man. When your internet's a distraction to people. You see the count of people in your chat go down. People are like, fuck this. So.
Now, I mean, Fulton's been down in the basement 3 times tonight, but it's solid white block, and then it'll go to his logo, and then it'll go back to the white block, and I'm not going to bring that up.
That's the way it was Monday night. And then finally when I would see his face, a couple times I brought him up on Monday when I saw his face, and he would come up and it'd be like, Cheers. So it was like, you know what? you know, we can't be entertained by him and have him up. If it's, you know, I try to tell him to get closer to router, but you know.
Yeah.
So Cindy, did you buy a bottle? Did you get a bottle
You
of
know
Old
what?
Carter, Cindy?
If you are spoiled to Old Carter, you need to go buy a lottery ticket. Yeah, we're talking about Old Carter.
Old Carter's good.
They're expensive too.
Yeah, it's expensive as hell. It's funny. I was at the same liquor store I was at. You know,
It's like Todd said, Sandy, how did you get an Old Carter? He's looking for an edge now. He's like, hey.
well, you know what? I was trying to find a smoke wagon, and I was in my liquor store the other day, and she's like, "Yeah, our distributor doesn't. It must be something that's out of state." So everybody talks about smoke wagon. I can't get no smoke wagon in Michigan.
Yeah. I mean, it's out of Las Vegas, but he has a limited distribution.
Yeah. So if any of my friends out there can get me some smoke wagon, we'll work something out.
Well, I can
Just
work
saying.
something out with you.
There we go.
I'm going this weekend.
So
I'm going Saturday to my honey
Phil's.
hole to buy some more bourbon.
Silly Phil's. I don't know what I got that you'd want. I don't know if you ever had the Mayor Pingree's rye or Mayor Pingree's. I know that's made here in Michigan, and it isn't, you know, not too much. Robot Scott was the one that turned me on to that. I asked him during one of 21090's live streams. It says, "So what do you think? What's one of the better ones made in Michigan?" And he didn't say Traverse City. He said Mayor Pingree. So I was like, all right. So I had to go get me a bottle of Mayor Pingree, and you know what? Pretty damn good. So.
Well, here's the deal, Cindy. When I was in Louisville, they had Old Carter all over the place, but they charged freaking hundreds of dollars for it.
Well, Old Carter's charging a lot of money for it. You know, they ain't charging. You know, they ain't charging normal bourbon prices coming out of their place either now. But they know what they got.
Yeah.
You know, sell a $50 bottle of whiskey that everybody else is going to ask $250 for. Hell no. You make some money. So someone made a mistake and told Mark and Sherry their shit's good.
Yeah. I don't know. You know, Old Carter's good. I mean, but
well, the 3 pours that Shane sent me, Shane Long, not Saucy Shane. Those were good, but I was really at the beginning or like middle of my bourbon journey at that point. But that one that was 134 proof, holy mackerel!
no, this is what I'm talking about right here. MSRP, $199 for that bottle.
Fuck.
Well, damn.
That's a lot of money, dude.
Yeah, and normally you're not going to get it for $199. You're going to get it for $260, $280, $320.
I paid $62 for the double oak that I got.
Yeah, that's
good.
That's fair.
Minus tax, but still, that's a lot.
That's good for reserve. I mean, that's.
Yeah. They cannot charge more than MSRP. So there's a good thing about living in an ABC state. They can't upcharge shit, right?
Well, what the hell's an ABC state? That's where I'm moving.
Well, the problem with an ABC state is you have a very limited selection, right? But whatever you do get, they cannot upcharge it. It's MSRP plus tax. That's it, right? So I get Woodford Reserve Double Oak for $54. I get Eagle Rare for $42. I get for $36. But find it. Good luck. And the problem is these things that they don't put them on the shelf. They keep them in the back. And if you don't ask for it, you never know it's there. And when I come in, I have a relationship with these stores, and I know the folks in there, and they're like, "Oh, I got something for you. I got something for you," do you want this or this or this? Well, frick yeah, anything you have in the back, I want it, you know.
Well, that was me. I went into Meyer last week, and that was my last Monday Night Live. I walked into Meyer. I always go over to their bourbons and their whiskeys and stuff just to see if they've got something we talk about or whatever. And I see a bottle of Eagle Rare at Meyer for $31.99. I put the bottle of Buffalo Trace back. I grabbed that, and then I realized there's one behind it. Fuck that. I'm grabbing that one too. And I grabbed both of them, and then we gave away one on the channel. So,
yeah.
So after everybody super chatted, and YouTube takes their 30%, and I paid for shipping and taxes. I mean, we broke out even, or maybe a little above even. But man, that's some good stuff. I haven't opened mine. Cody is supposed to get his on Saturday, and I was hoping maybe we could taste it together, but mine's still sitting over here on the shelf unopened. So
that Twisted just gave me an idea for a stout. Peanut butter chocolate pancake stout. Wouldn't that be
they
good?
do oatmeal, so if they could get a pancake flavor in that oatmeal.
Right.
Peanut butter chocolate pancake. Yeah, put a little maple in just a hint of maple in the flavor. Yeah. And a little breadiness with the wheat.
The bready. What is breadiness? What do you mean breadiness? Huh?
What?
Breadiness?
You know, when drive by a Subway.
This tastes like banana, a little bit of maple, and some breadiness. Yeah, that's
drive by a Subway store. They pump that shit through the vents. It smells like fresh bread.
Is breadiness a note? No.
Well, it can be. Like, you know, when yeast is rising and you walk in the warm room and you get the whiff of all that.
And it smells like a bad date? Yeah.
Yeah. No. It smells like a bad something. Yeah.
Look at John.
Smell like foot ass.
Yes.
Damn Tinder.
And I don't even have Tinder, but it's so freaking funny.
No, and they used to, we were
Old breadiness.
we were smelling stuff in the military, trying to identify different drugs and stuff.
Big
and
tank
just meth. And opened the vial and smelled it, and it smelled like somebody put their foot up somebody's ass and left it there for a week.
Hey, you guys notice my hat? It's the Department of Liquor Control of Montgomery County.
That's cool.
Department. Right, it's gone now.
That's okay.
It's too freaking hot down here.
Shit, marshmallow is a hint in bourbon too. Oh, I know. I mean, that's the OCD had a hint of a lot of your toasted. I think that's one of the reasons I like the Woodford Reserve Double Oak so much. Is it's
crazy.
I know it's what turned me on to Nulu. A guy I work with brought me Nulu toasted. That was my first experience with a pour of a toasted, and that was so good. Then I went to buy a bottle, and it was like over $100. And I was like, okay, that's expensive.
Whatever you say,
Mr. Great Shot. I am sub to you, Mr. Great Shot. Just saying. So,
Big Tank Hank.
So Big Tank Hank. Yeah. So it doesn't sound like Todd's too far from you.
I'm gonna wait until tomorrow.
She said it isn't toasted marshmallow. It's just marshmallow.
Just marshmallow.
I don't know.
I don't know what you tasted, but you know,
like toasted marshmallow.
I mean, you get that faint. You know, it's funny. It's like any of this stuff. You know, you get that faint taste of something. You get that faint note of something. And I was asking something in a live stream the other day. It's like, well, that's not actually in the distilling process. You know, if you taste banana There's no banana in the distilling process. If you taste coconut, chances are there's no coconut in the distilling process. That's just the notes you get from stuff, you know?
Now, 120. Now, there's a lot of difference between the proofs you get, you know, with these
Yeah,
pink
nice.
stuff and these different variations.
I'm jealous of this guy.
Oh, yeah.
I wish I could sell cars and make my money and have a part-time job at a liquor store
Yeah,
just for the benefits of being able to get good stuff.
I did. I did call it marshmallow fluff.
Marshmallow fluff.
I am not from Montgomery County. I just used to work there. I'm in PG County.
So not rated R, just PG.
Exactly.
It's PG-13 there, you know.
Exactly. Well, PG-18 is more like me, but
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying.
He's got to keep it cleaner. He's only in a PG county.
Hey, John.
Yes.
Have you ever had the 2021 Packy One Chip Challenge?
I have not. I
My-
have not done a Packy One Chip. I
Right.
seriously thought
Bro,
about
bro.
buying it while I was on Amazon and all of that stuff. I haven't gone there.
My email address is everythingspicyphil. So my channel name with my name at the end at gmail.com. Send me your
Right.
address and I'll mail you one. It ain't gonna cost you nothing.
I'm just gonna park that comment right there.
All right,
Hey.
give me one sec. My
And then
freaking
maybe we'll go live together. You can come up on my chip panel. The two of us do one and help you with some
I'll die.
few subscribers. And
I'll
you
die.
can try something that's hot.
Ah,
I'm so new to this, Phil, but I definitely appreciate it, and I will send you an email.
Yeah,
I
send me
would-
an address.
I will die.
Send me an address. You'll be fine. Trust me. All you got. I'll tell you how to prep your stomach. I'll tell you how to prep your stomach. You'll be fine.
I eat the yogurt, eat the macaroni and cheese, and gotta
Listen,
make
listen.
sure you're.
I've never had macaroni and cheese. I prep my stomach with a little Pepto-Bismol, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And if you want to do a little yogurt or Greek yogurt before, that's fine. And you don't look like you're a big guy, so you probably a half a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and some Pepto would be good for you. Once you eat that and your heat level comes down, you have some more Greek or regular yogurt on top of that, maybe a 4 or 6 ounce glass of milk, and your stomach should be fine. But you have to wait for the heat to come down in your mouth before you put that in your stomach. So
yeah, you know.
That the freaking Devil's Duel gave me the hiccups right away.
trust me, the Packy chip is designed to be, a level above what the normal people out there can do. I did 17 of them. I mean, you have YouTubers that can't handle any spice that do what they do. You can handle some spice, John. I think you'll be okay. But you do have to send me an address, and I will get it out to you. Don't do it. Shut up, Todd. Don't listen to Todd.
I will send you an email.
Todd gets his Thai food no spice. Okay.
Are we on the Book of Faces there, Phil?
Hey,
we what?
Todd gets his Thai food from a Korean place. We're just saying.
Phil, if we're not on the Book of Faces, hook me up. I will definitely send you a
Facebook.
Hell yeah. OCD is the bomb.
Yeah, I need some OCD.
Marshmallow creme brulee. And I'm not talking about a burnt marshmallow. I was talking about a toasted marshmallow.
Toasted marshmallow.
toasted and burnt is
Pigeon.
the same thing. I mean, I'm pretty toasted myself.
Mhm.
Oh, well, we were showing on Monday night. We were showing how they burn the inside of those barrels or turn the inside of those barrels, and I didn't realize how much that they cook the inside of those barrels. That man, They go to a point on those barrels
Only
where, man, they cook it up.
They torch that shit.
I thought it was like lightly toasted inside. They went in there and burnt it up a little bit. Fuck no, they char the hell out of the inside of that barrel for bourbon.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
They do.
Whatever you think they do it 10 times. I was watching that video live on here with people. I was like, son of a bitch.
Oh, they blast it. They have flamethrower.
Wow. I mean, that's nuts. I mean, you see these big flames coming out of the barrel. You think the barrel is going to catch on fire. It's that much. Bees knees. Stop it, Cindy.
Yep. I have one. I got to get with Cindy and figure out I'm going to go get it. Well, it's Super Bowl Sunday this weekend.
That's a long drive for you.
That's 2.5 hours.
It's only 2.5 hours?
Well, one way. So it's 5 all the way back and forth. But I'm going to do another trip, but I can't do it this weekend because Super Bowl.
Yeah, I was talking to my wife the other day, since we're not having an OG Fest. I was thinking there's going to be sometime this summer that me and the wife are going to take 4 or 5 days and go to Branson.
All right. Well, I'm going to.
Been to Branson. I got to figure out when it's going to be good with my work schedule, but we got to take 4 or 5 days and go down to Branson. So
I'm muting. I have to pee.
Okay.
Phil, I sent you a FR on freaking the Book of Faces.
The Book of Faces.
No worries. You take your time. I'm not in a rush.
All right. Let's see here. Well, I'm on the Book of Faces, so I'm easy to find.
Well, you're linked to 10 other people that I know.
Right? Yeah, well, there you go, right? That's obvious proof that that's you. Yeah, I'm just not seeing it at the moment.
And don't worry about it. Take your time. It's no worry.
No.
My Addy will come when it connects and stuff.
Yeah,
I am not in a rush for the freaking package chip.
The package chip is. Have you ever? All right. Have you ever tried the haunted ghost pepper from Packy?
No.
This is not them. See if you can find a bag of haunted ghost pepper Packy chips somewhere around where you live.
This is what I got right now. I got the pepper puffs. I got all the hot sauces that I've done. I've got other stuff coming from Pucker Butt.
Yeah.
So I'm not afraid to do most things, but
yeah, don't let the Packy one chip, psych you out, okay?
And that's my thing. It kind of psychs me out because all the crap I've seen.
What most people see is people that can't handle spice. That the only time they do spice is once a year. They got this channel, whether it's a small channel or a big channel, and whenever the package chip comes out, that's the only time they do spice, and they play it up because nobody wants to see a non-spicy person. No one wants to see a spicy person eat a Packy one chip challenge and be able to handle it like a man. That doesn't create views. So,
no, we want to see Twisted.
We'll connect on Facebook and we'll get together. No worries.
We will one way or another, bro. I'll get it out to you. Won't cost you a penny. Because I bought a lot of these motherfuckers.
Whoop. Goddamn bacon.
Goddamn
bacon.
bacon.
Hey, bacon.
I mean, actually.
Bacon is a great guy.
Where are you at that it's light out still?
Washington State. It's
we're
celebrating a rather early spring here, it seems.
Awesome.
It sucks. I'm not gonna make my my snow money. There's no snowpocalypse coming, man. I'm kind of disappointed.
Why do you plow snow? Or just
no? I drive for a living.
Oh, okay.
I'm like one of the only people up here that can actually drive and not just commute. So when it snows up here, not only is it wildly entertaining to watch, but I make a lot of money because, like I said, ain't that many of us out there on the road. So
Right.
man, it skyrockets. Plus, that's the only thing that keeps everybody else out of my way. I was like, okay, this is the one thing. I was like, okay, you know what? I can't handle this. Like, I'm gonna stay home and order food. Like, it's great. It's awesome.
Hey Sam, if your boy's got a channel and he wants me to come over and eat it with him, I can.
Or he could create one and all of a sudden get
Whatever. I mean, whatever you want to do. I mean, I don't, and he can do it on his own if you think that'll get him more views and more whatever. So, you know what? I'm always willing to do stuff. I mean, that's why I got multiples of everything here. I got all the challenges back here, all the death nuts and spicy balls and all that. So I just keep it handy in case someone wants to do something. People aren't wanting to do stuff enough, man.
nuts and balls.
Nuts and balls.
Yeah. I actually tried out that what was it? That spicy lovers pizza from Pizza Hut this past Friday.
Damn good pizza.
It is, and
knows a lot about balls.
no, I added more. I just added as much meat as I could on it as well too. So maybe that dude was like, yeah, I was like, it's definitely got a little bit of a kick to it. I was like, you know, I'm not I'm still not reaching for that vanilla shake Arby's said that I would need for their
Right.
Diablo challenge.
Right.
Still sitting in my in the freeze section of my booze fridge.
You know what, Twisted though? If he suddenly wanted a channel, he could probably skip us both and go straight to 1,000. He just have to put the
What's
watch
up,
out.
Bean? Shit, Bean.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm
Oh,
okay.
look at that! Don't be showing off. Don't be coming up here showing off.
Cindy's here.
Uh,
Sorry.
Todd and Mr. Great Shot. This is OCD.
Marshmallow fluff.
And
Look at that.
this is the first bottle. We've got one more for us. And we've got a bottle for Jody.
I'm gonna drive up there. Not
Isn't
this
that bottle like half empty, or even more than that?
It's like almost empty.
Hey, no judgment, because my freaking bottle of Fireball is almost empty.
Cindy,
Uh-oh.
next time you see and they have plenty of bottles of OCD, would you grab me one? I'll PayPal you shipping, everything, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah. I tell you what, it's rare that we found it.
What's funny, we were at Mr. Whiskers and they had a ton of it when I was there. They had it on top of that barrel, and that's where I found it. But yeah.
Yeah, and when we left Nashville, we bought this bottle and one other. And you know, we have sparingly did it, but when we met up with Jody and with Marty, I gave both of them a sample.
Mm-hmm.
And
You say that? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I never in everything, I've never smelled marshmallow until this.
Man, that's why I liked it so much.
Did you say that was a marshmallow whiskey?
There's heavy marshmallow
There's a
note.
toasted whiskey.
Yeah.
But a lot of those toasted whiskeys,
Right
you
here.
can get a marshmallow note from them. There's no marshmallow.
Oh,
in it.
I see.
Oh,
Okay.
this one.
It sounds good.
Oh, that's a big marshmallow.
Probably didn't ask the freaking guy at the liquor store to give
And
me-
again, it's just one of the several of the notes that you'll get from it. It's not an overbearing where like you're drinking and think you're drinking marshmallows. No, it's something you catch here and there while you're drinking it.
Right.
It's the first note you get on this. It's the first note you smell. you continue to smell it throughout, but it's the first note that you taste. You get a slight oak there on the back end of it. And see, I'm starting to get to where I'm picking up the notes, and even worse is we've got Beanie now starting to smell and pick up the notes.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there's a little chocolate. There's a bitter chocolate, like a dark chocolate note in it too.
I'm okay with bourbon having chocolate and
Well, Shane, I don't care who the hell gets me OCD. If you get some, I'll pay you for it, bro.
It's really, really good. I mean,
Take my money.
So different. It's so different.
It is. It really is. But I'm telling you, this.
Oh, Carter, that came from Shane.
This is bourbon orgasm.
Oh,
whoa!
Hey, Cindy.
Alrighty then.
I still have that too.
Do you have the 1KY?
She's got you got the Christmas for them, right? That's not
I got the Christmas.
What? See, you've got
the old Carter.
Christmas Obtainium.
Yes.
Don't you have the old Carter?
Yeah, I got old Carter.
Yeah, she's got the old Carter.
Screw you.
That Christmas stuff was
good though.
Fantastic.
Outstanding.
How did you not drink that whole bottle?
What? This?
Yeah.
I am savoring it.
The same reason I've not drunk all of this. This made me think I am bougie as shit because I will drop $200 for a bottle of this shit.
Yeah,
I will do it.
I'm sorry, when you get one of those 2-3 ounce pours and it tastes, I mean, it's like tasting the best thing you can ever taste, and then setting the rest of it aside and saying, I'll eat the rest of that later. Fuck no, I got it. It's only 2 or 3 ounce pour, so I mean that's just me though.
I want to go back to it.
Yeah. I want to. I'm savoring it until I get a bottle, and if it means that I have to get one of my friends, because I graduated from a high school in Louisville, Kentucky, and my high school friends are there. I have longtime friends. My absolute day one ride or die bitch, straight up, lives 2.5 hours away from Louisville, and I know she goes to Louisville, so I will get some old Carter one way or the other.
I'm jealous. I want to live in Kentucky.
No, you don't.
I don't care what anybody says. I do.
Okay, here's what I want. I want a condo near Nulu in Louisville with $350 million in the bank.
Well, I will tell you this, Jody. Instead of in Louisville, go across the bridge and get it over in like Jeffersonville or Clarksville, Indiana, and just drive across the bridge to Louisville.
Well, no, I would have a driver drive me across the bridge.
That's exactly.
What?
There's
Yeah,
no
basically.
chances.
be your personal chauffeur.
Yeah, I would have a chauffeur.
I'm just curious, like what car would you want to be a chauffeur in?
Oh, I'm not just a Ford F-350 with dualies on the back. I can with the, I just
truck
some seats back there. It's open top.
A truck limousine with a bed on the back.
Bed of the truck.
A truck limousine with a bed on the back. Put either the hot tub or the bourbon house in the back, right? Damn, God, you're killing me. God.
What?
You're killing me.
I'm killing you. How am I killing you?
Your mic, wherever your mic is, man, you're killing our ears.
All right, I'm muted him.
There you go.
Mic. Did you fix your mic?
Yeah, wherever your mic is, when you start moving around, man.
No, he's moving it again. All right. Yeah. When you start doing that, we can't hear anything. All right. He's got hands up.
Okay.
Okay. Now I would look like the clamp that's coming across the bridge because I'd have like this lawn chair. I'm talking about them old ones with the different colored webbing going over it back and forth, you know. Just I'd be sitting back there like, what's up?
All right.
Get you some rest, Ann. Love you, lady.
Oh
Good
yeah.
night, Ann.
Yeah. Oh, she heading to bed.
Oh, have a good night.
Yeah.
Love you, Kathy.
Kathy, Cindy, you are
Mwah.
bougie as shit.
Yes, I am bougie as shit.
Now I got
I'm not.
this again.
Hey, I discovered with this bourbon sample that I am bougie, and I will admit this shit.
Hey,
Bougie.
you know, I've had some good bourbons for $20 a pour, $25 a pour, and I loved them. But I ain't spending no damn $3,000 on a bottle of it.
Fuck no.
Man,
That's-
$3
that's-
grand. That's
When people talk about
That's
Pappy,
why
Yeah,
200. That's why $200 for a bottle is reasonable to me.
Okay.
I will never taste Pappy. Pappy can suck my Pappy.
yeah.
Hey, I will taste it.
Kathy Bay.
Yeah, if they're gonna give it to me. But
Well,
if they're
we
gonna charge me
paid-
$200 for a pour.
No, $20 a pour. We had it
Yeah,
for
Well,
20
$20 is. I paid $20 for a goddamn bullet. So.
Yeah, and I wanted to hate it, but it was good.
I wanted to hate it, he says.
And see, that's
really
that's
wanted to
what
hate
I
it.
would do. I would go to a place like Jody and them did and get me a $20 pour of Old Pappy to at least say I've had it.
It was
Yeah,
so
when they give
good.
you a $20 pour, do they give it from a dropper or something?
No,
No.
they put an ounce in the glass, and I drank $80 fucking dollars of it that night.
I wonder if you end up getting a $3,000 bottle of bourbon, like do you take like financing out for that?
No, I just don't buy it if I
Like,
don't
what's
have.
the down payment for that kind of thing?
Does it come with like a T-shirt or a hoodie or like a championship belt because you bought a $3,000 bottle of bourbon? I mean, come on.
No, your kids suffer because they're like, Dad, my underwear has holes in it. And I'm like, yeah, but I just spent $3,000 on a bottle of Pappy, so live with it. Turn them inside out and strap your socks to it.
Needle and thread is cheap.
This
Talk
is
to your mama.
why this is why I encourage Beanie to get her CompTIA certification and stuff before she leaves high school. That way I can afford the nice bourbons.
Yeah, mine
Someone's
are
gonna have to
still
support you in your old age.
I'm gonna support my own self.
Well, hey, Mike's gonna have that nice retirement, so you know what? That's
Oh God bless. Nice retirement, my ass.
it's something. It's most people.
Okay. Travis gets it from the day he retires, right?
Deidre Baker has it going.
Mike, even though he did 14 and a half years active duty, will not get that until he's 60.
He's gonna get it when he's 60.
Yeah,
I'm 53.
But at that point, we'll be right there at Social Security age and shit anyway.
So you got Social Security and that? Great, awesome.
Yeah, they don't give you Social Security and that at the same time.
I'm just saying, man.
Wait, do you have to wait till you're 60 to like if you did the old 20 years of service before they changed that out? Like you had to wait till 60 before you started collecting that pension?
Only if you don't do 20 years active duty.
Oh,
Because my husband left active duty after 14 and a half years because of some bullshit, and I won't go into all that. But because he's now doing it in reserves, yeah, he has to wait until he's 60,
Oh, man.
which is bullshit.
That's why I'm glad I never went into the freaking military. I love the military. Don't get me wrong, but there's so much crap with it.
Hey, Deidre Baker, how you doing?
I was going to say about Whiskey Dick's comment. There's probably people out there that would pay like $100 to get a receipt and a empty paper sack if the receipt said Pappy on it, just so they could show their friends and say, "Look, I bought a bottle of Pappy."
And I'm from Missouri. The show me that shit.
You can take a picture with the guy at the cash register, you know, after you bought it, frame it, print it out, frame it.
And then
Have a video. Have a video. Here's the video where I'm dropping $3,000 for this bottle of bourbon.
I mean, I have a picture on my phone of my snifter with an ounce pour and the Pappy bottle behind it, you know, on my phone somewhere.
See,
I can't
I would do that.
Hope you're doing great. I'm here. I'm just chilling.
I didn't post it all over social media because I didn't want people to think I was poor.
So here's my thing with Pappy. I don't even think I want to ruin my palate with Pappy.
Oh,
I don't want to want more. I don't want to drink something that is so good that would make me start wanting to think about spending stupid money on something that does the same thing that Woodford Reserve does.
I mean, it was.
Woodford Reserve is nasty.
I love my double oak. Don't be mean to my double oak.
The only thing I have 3 things on my shelf right now that can compare to Pappy, and all 3 of them you can't get them. I mean, you just can't buy them. Now they can compare, they can't match. I'll say that.
I think something like that, that'd be a little bit more noteworthy than just buying a bottle of it. I guess if you take out a reverse mortgage or something, you know, like the average person could do that. But man, if you get something that's, you know, like you can't get anywhere else, I would see that as more of a, you know, more of an accomplishment or, you know, a talking point or something like that.
I mean, if you can't pay your trailer, if you can't pay your trailer park mortgage for the next 6 months to buy a bottle of Pappy, I mean, that's not right.
Well, I bought these things when they were available. Well, one of them I got 2 years after discontinued, but that was only because I knew the person in the store and they said, "Hey, I got this, you're going to want it." And yeah, I bought it. But I mean, the Elijah Craig 18 has a good mouthfeel. I mean, it's hard to explain the experience you get that's different when you're drinking something that aged and that well balanced. It's like silky. It's just wow.
Oh, my latest sort of expenditure as far as just my standard, you know, house bourbon was a handle of Evan Williams bottled in bond.
Mm.
Which I got, you know, since you brought it up, I got it at Total Wine and More.
Mm.
No, I'll stand by them. They've got quite a selection there.
Yeah, they just can't sell liquor here.
Again, Mr. Great Shot. He says, you know, everyone's taste and budget is different. So if you got, you know what, you can do good. I'm sorry, but I've been in this for a little bit. I'm not nobody. I'm not, you know, you can do good buying bottles of bourbon from $39 and under and get some great tasting stuff.
Yeah.
And do just fine. And do just fine. What you want, what winds up happening to us excuse my language, I shouldn't say that word ever, is we want to go beyond that 39. This one's just 49. This one just, and you want to taste something different, which gets you broadening what you're doing, you know. So
And then all of a sudden you end up with all this shit back
exactly,
here.
yeah.
And
or this shit
Yeah,
behind you. Yeah.
Good.
You know, I've got about 25 bottles of stuff back
Yeah,
here now, and it's like
large.
nuts.
Okay, the 1910. Have you had the 1920 yet?
Me, yes.
Okay. Mike has had, and I have both the 1920 and the 1910. The 1920 I liked better, and Michael liked it better. And we did it in reverse. We did the 1920, and then we got the 1910 because he wanted to compare the two, and then he regretted that he got the 1910. So
I
just
mean,
saying.
1920.
But you got it on the shelf to revisit it at another time.
Oh no, the 1920 is dead. That soldier has
Oh, the
left.
1910. No,
Well,
the 1910.
yeah, but once it's gone, it's gone. We tend to, although Michael does get 2 and 3 bottles, we do go a little further from there. But what's worse is now we're branching off into Marty's telling me about Corazon that's done in Weller bottles, or where was it Weller? It's tequila done in bourbon barrels.
And I would
And
love to try.
now I'm kind of like going into that avenue, and that's just wrong.
What's wrong with tequila aged in bourbon barrels?
Absolutely nothing from what I'm hearing, but
I don't know about tequila, but
there's tequila that's aged in let's see.
What's the noise going on? Sound like water gurgling.
I don't think it's me.
Here, let me mute. It might be because I'm on the freeway right now.
Yeah, he's on the freeway. That's where it was.
There's tequila done in Buffalo Trace, in Sazerac, in Thomas J. Handy Sazerac, Stag, and Weller.
Well, Stag is expensive.
Well, Marty has had the one, and he got a bottle of it too. The one that's done in the Weller,
Mm-hmm.
and he said that it was really, really good.
Well, I bet. Yeah.
So of course, me and my tequila infinity. I've got to go and get me a bottle now, which is stupid, but
Peppers, how's it going?
I tend to.
Hey, Peppers.
I tend to enjoy tequila and a variety of tequilas.
No, I love tequila. I really do. And for years I didn't like it because, of course, I did what every young person does, which is drink tequila until it runs out your asshole and then you puke. And then because you don't know how to drink when you first drink tequila. But
Damn.
I shied away from it for years, but I really, really do like the flavor of a good tequila. But I prefer añejo.
Hello, Peppers. I prefer Blanco.
Yeah, I like it a little toasty.
I prefer Blanco, and I tend to stay away from Patron as far as drinking tequila, because I don't like Patron.
But whatever. That's me. Tequila and me do not get along?
Oh, Tequila and I are fine. We're good friends, and I fully embrace my tequila number, and that's something that anybody that drinks tequila should learn quickly. Their tequila number.
Yep, because if you try to take advantage of your friend tequila,
Yep.
it will drop kick your ass.
Yep, tequila will take you to the seedy parts of Mexico and leave you there. Yes.
Yep, you'll wake up in a Mexican jail with no way home.
With no pants on and no wallet. Yes.
Dingle dangling and no wallet. And,
I still consider that a win if you walk away with at least both your kidneys. Just saying.
yeah, that's true. That's true. You don't have your wallet, you don't have your dignity, but you have both kidneys.
Yeah, I never had the dignity anyway, so. I tend to side more with a bourbon bounty as far as tequila goes. Yeah, I like the stuff that's aged. Like I mean, I've had really decent bottles of silvers. And to be honest, I mean, you could tell a little bit of difference, at least as far as I could tell. But I don't know. It's not enough for me to kind of stray away from whatever house tequila that I have at the time. You know, or Zilla or Humidor 1800 or something like that. You know.
Right.
Yeah, if I'm gonna pay premium, I'm gonna get Reposado at least.
I don't mean to cut you off, Bacon, but I'm done. There's some things that have happened. I gotta go.
Okay. Hey, thanks for joining.
I'm still here on stream. I'm just not on cam.
Okay.
I got the wrong monkey nuts.
Monkey nuts.
Cinnamon monkey spice. They got habanero. So roasted peanuts with cinnamon, brown sugar, and habanero. But the real reason I went out there, that's a dessert.
Nitro s'mores.
Nitro s'mores.
All right. I will be in with both of those.
Samantha.
Well, howdy.
Howdy.
Hey, Twisted.
Hey,
She's
that weird, and I'm a Texan. I should be ashamed of myself.
she's imitating my screen right now. Now that it's dark.
Hey, I was ready to jump over if Twisted wanted to go live. I just did a big impromptu.
I'm going live in less than an hour.
Okay.
I have it set up and everything.
Awesome.
I was just doing some stuff. I made us pancakes for dinner, and they were freaking delicious.
Freaking delicious.
Sam always winds up going live when I got to go to bed.
Yeah, me too.
I know. My art logs will be back pretty soon, though.
You used to do live art streams during the day, and I could watch those even at work.
Yeah, I'm going back to that very soon.
Okay.
Are you going live at at 10 p.m. like 53 minutes from now?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
So listen to this. This is their nitro.
Yeah.
That little extra nitro.
You have to get the
Right? That's exactly what I had.
Um,
And that
Phil?
winds up making this a 9-ounce beer. It's in a 12-ounce can, but it's a 9-ounce beer.
Is it one of the pour aggressively's too?
For what? What?
Pour aggressively.
What was the pouring directions?
I wasn't very aggressive. It's got a light head on it.
Well, the milk stout has a light head on it, but it still says to pour aggressively.
God damn it! Now you can make me look this shit up. Damn you!
Actually, I was going to ask, is that kind of like like Guinness, where like I think you got to like, turn it over 3 times or something like that for whatever
No,
capsules.
the nitro seems to activate when you crack it. So, ale with chocolate, graham cracker, and vanilla flavored added. Doesn't say anything about pouring aggressively.
Okay.
Pour into your favorite glass or drink from the can.
Yeah, I wouldn't drink
It
it.
is 10%.
Don't drink from a can.
Well, with Guinness, you pour it in a glass, it turns white, and then it turns black.
Yeah. But it does say it's a 12-ounce can, 9.6 fluid ounces.
9 point. That is
So,
not.
so the nitro part cheats you out of a couple of ounces, but at 10%, that's a pretty good beer. It's like a dessert beer.
It's tiny bubbles.
We talk about toasted barrel beer, right? So here you got something that's really got the toasted part of it. That's the s'mores, right? Burnt marshmallows, graham crackers, chocolate.
Maybe a little bit of bonfire smoke too.
Yeah, and it
Yeah,
does.
you
Just doing them right.
Yeah, mostly what I smell from this is the graham cracker and the chocolate.
Sounds good. Who makes that again?
Nitro,
right?
Left Hand Brewery.
Left Hand Brewery.
Yeah, Left Hand makes some good shit. They do.
I got a 12-pack of those also from Total Wine and More, like a variety pack. I usually get those for Friday night shows. Yeah, my favorite so far is that peanut butter milk stout that they had in there.
Oh,
But
yeah, I bet.
I'll take a look out for that, man, because Left Hand they make a lot of good stuff, and I don't know. I could appreciate the name being a southpaw myself.
Just because you use your left hand doesn't make you left-handed. I'm just saying.
I only use mine when I want a stranger.
I tell you what, I'm excited. I am actually excited, with Michael wanting to go to a distillery this weekend or last weekend. That was kind of exciting. I thoroughly enjoyed myself.
I'm sure Mike will be down with pretty much anything you're down with.
Well, if it involves liquor, yes, he would be.
You know what?
Yeah.
He's
If you want to
gonna
drag
be
us
down
around
with
a clothing store, then fuck you. But
Hey, Phil, he's going to be down with whatever she tells him he's going to be down with.
I've met Mike. Mike's got some.
I'm telling you, he's a good guy,
Yeah, Mike's a great guy.
and he subscribes to Happy Wife, Happy Life like hardcore. He is
Heck yeah.
all like, yeah, I've seen it.
Well, I was hesitant. I was hesitant to go, but we went. We had fun. I thoroughly enjoyed the tasting. It was good. And then he proceeds to come home and tell me about the brewdillery. Is that the beer section? Brewdillery that's with it, and I'm excited because we found not only the bourbon that we brought home, the S.E. Callahan's bourbon, but now we have found 2 barrel-aged stouts. Well, technically a barrel-aged amber and then a barrel-aged stout that's coming out from those bourbon barrels. And so I'm excited because I'm going to get to see if Tennessee can rival some of the stuff that we've been trying. So,
Well, all I'm going to say about Kathy Bates is at least now we know the root of the problem. I don't.
You leave my Kathy alone.
We were all hoping you were ambidextrous there, Kathy. Just saying.
She probably is, but she favors,
Best with.
Oh my.
Oh my, is bacon.
No,
Kathy Bates, me and Kathy Bates.
Kathy's cool.
I don't know. Hey, I don't see any losers when it comes to trying different bourbons or beers or wines or cigars or any of that good stuff.
It's the first time I've been to wine tastings. You know, I've been to wine tastings before, and I knew what to expect because you know we've done the wine tasting at Biltmore's winery and stuff, and I was not sure what to expect with a bourbon tasting, but I can honestly say I will make sure to eat before I do that shit again.
Yeah, no shit. Huh?
Hey,
And take some food too.
all I'll say is I've made it my life's mission to spend money in a stupid fashion to try all the bourbons I can.
Well, you know, I was good with the S.E. Callahan's, but I want to go back and get some of the oatmeal stout or oatmeal spice because it literally tastes like you've taken a oatmeal cream pie and put it in a bourbon form.
All right.
I'm kind of excited about the possibilities with it.
What's up, Mojo?
What's up,
Hello,
Mojo?
Grilling and chili.
Chilling and grilling. Right now, just chilling. No grilling going. Just chilling.
It's dark where he is too now. Yeah, I remember the one. There was one that was called. It used to have stuff up here. It was called Bourbon and Bacon Fest, and it was exactly what you think it was. So, like, if you get the like the standard package, so they give you 20 tasting tokens for whatever bacon inspired stuff they have there, and 20 different bourbon tastings. And I remember when me and Bala Cass walked through the door, there were people coming out of there like giving away bourbon tokens. We went ahead and took them. It was awesome.
Oh my
You know
God!
what'd be
If I had 20 bourbon tokens and 20 bacon toasters, I would be tokens. I would be full and fucked up at the same time.
Amen.
Well, you know what would be really cool is a nice 2-3 ounce pour of bourbon with a piece of candied bacon in it.
Oh, I can hook you up, man.
That shit sounds good. Take it out, take a little bite of the
Done
bacon.
it. I support that. I support that completely.
Damn.
Yep. To
I
be
can
honest,
get behind that.
You could wind up having a problem with that.
if
Just
you
saying.
take maple smoked bacon, you know, the big thick slab bacon, cut it in half, put it on the grill rack or in the oven. I'm talking about like the little thing, and put brown sugar on it and put it in the oven and bake it. Bring it out, and you have this little crispy half piece of bacon. And actually, the Woodford Reserve Double Oaked is actually really, really good with that.
You mean like soaking it overnight or something?
No. I'm talking about just
okay.
take the bacon, put brown sugar on it, rub it in, and bake it. But the Woodford Reserve Double Oaked has that sweet, kind of mapley. It kind of takes your mind to maple.
It does.
You know, and with that bacon, with that, you know, little sweet saltiness, and then sip the bourbon, it's really good with that.
Oh shit!
No, try that. I would definitely try that. Again, I see no losers.
I see no
here.
downside to that, right?
There we go. That was the word I was looking for.
See no downside to that. The two can only make each other better.
Yeah, no one ever said that's too much bacon.
Never.
Yeah.
Well,
Although
no.
we do have a place just outside of Flint, Michigan called Tony's, which every BLT, every breakfast sandwich, anything that involves bacon gets a pound of bacon.
Holy shit.
So if you get a BLT, it's with a pound of bacon.
It's like
You
a
know how
layer.
delicious bacon is?
Yes,
It is
is
fucking
super
awesome.
It's so
delicious.
delicious that I call
It's like the
myself
perfect-
mostly vegetarian. But I will go and order a veggie burger and ask them to put bacon on it.
No.
They look at me like, "Are you crazy?" Yes, I am. Please put the bacon on my veggie burger.
I want a pound of bacon. I mean, the only thing that can make a pound of bacon wrong is not having 2 pounds.
Oh wow.
Yeah, pound for each hand. What are we
Yeah.
doing here?
I'm one of those really weirdos. I do
Yeah.
enjoy bacon. I prefer a cherry wood smoked bacon,
That's just better bacon.
but
I like
but
applewood smoked.
I prefer if given a choice, I would prefer cherry wood smoked. But I also enjoy turkey bacon. I know it's not bacon.
That's not real
I can't
bacon.
do it.
No.
I know it's not real bacon, but I do enjoy it. I I I I won't lie, it does not replace bacon,
Mhm.
but I do legitimately enjoy it.
I guess. I mean, what they
Hey.
do is that they take a piece of turkey and they salt the shit out of it, and then they stretch it out like a never mind, and they cook it, and then you got this like 1/2 thin layer of like stuff that is salty. That's not bacon.
Hey, as long as she enjoys it, hey,
Mm,
if somebody's going to have, if somebody's going to have it, she can have it. That's okay with me.
you know what? I enjoy like fried bologna, but it's not bacon.
But
Oh, but it's
I,
I used to love that.
I learned to appreciate it after my dad's second heart attack. I learned to enjoy that, and, you know,
Yeah, okay,
and
I get that. I get that.
I learned to do that because we weren't eating bacon the same as we were before. But you
I
know,
know sometimes you have to put a condom on and
but
enjoy life.
that's true. But you know, if I'm eating a burger, I will not put turkey bacon on it. It's not going to happen. It's going
There
to
we
be
go.
bacon. It's going to be bacon.
Yeah.
I, for one, am happy to hear that. I'm going to get out of here 'cause I need to start working. Thanks for having me up, though. I appreciate it.
Hey,
It's nice to have you guys, as always.
thanks for
Well,
coming
good
up.
night, bacon.
Good night. Good night. Goddamn bacon.
Later,
Yeah,
bacon.
I'm sure I'll see you guys somewhere
You
somewhere
take
else
your
here
alternative turkey bacon with you.
tonight. Well, I didn't say that was my alternative.
Hey now, there's nothing wrong with if you're making a breakfast with turkey bacon there.
There's nothing wrong with
If
bacon.
bacon across the country
That's
is gone and the only bacon you got left is turkey bacon's okay. But if there's regular pork bacon available, that's just blasphemy. I'm sorry.
Here's what I have to say. If I didn't know I was
There you
getting turkey bacon, I would eat it.
Oh, you know you're getting
Probably.
turkey bacon. Oh
But
no,
then
you
when
know
I
you're getting
realized
turkey
it's
bacon.
turkey bacon, I would be sad.
Oh, you know.
Oh yeah.
You would know. You would know for sure.
But
I
then
can
I
say
would keep
that. That's
eating
all
it.
I'm going to say about it. All right,
I
I'll see you guys around.
Good night,
see you
goddamn
later,
bacon.
bacon.
I would definitely know if I was getting turkey bacon. Like
Oh, yeah.
I
Oh
knew I
yeah.
could
It's
eat it.
chewy. It's not crispy. It doesn't have the
But
fat.
then I would continue to eat it. I would
Oh
just be
yeah.
sad.
I
Well,
have eaten turkey bacon.
I will
Not as
say
the
You've
first
never
choice.
had turkey bacon?
turkey bacon does not weave. And a turkey
No.
and a bacon weave is the ultimate
It's life.
deliciousness.
I mean, if I were starving and somebody said, I'm going to give you a ribeye steak and they handed me a can of Viennese weenies, I'd be like, wow, this is not ribeye steak, but I'm going to eat it because I'm starving. Then, yeah, I mean,
That's turkey bacon. Okay.
that's turkey bacon.
Turkey bacon has
Well,
its
turkey bacon is
moment
better
and
than a
place.
lot of other things, but it's just not better than bacon. I
If you
mean,
tell me you're putting bacon on it, don't
it's
ever
like
mean
tofu
turkey bacon.
bacon. turkey bacon is better than tofu bacon. Okay.
Oh my God,
yeah.
tofu bacon. That's like mushy salt. That's what
That's
that is.
true.
You don't want tofu bacon.
Don't eat fakin.
Say
Yeah,
it.
don't eat faking.
Don't eat fakin.
I
Wait,
am a
what the cat-
weirdo that enjoys turkey sausage as well, but it's got to be seasoned right. So,
Can't do it. I don't eat any.
It's
sausage.
what?
oh,
You season your meat before you eat it?
well, duh.
Well, we do in the South. I don't
You
know.
gotta
What
see it before you eat it.
I mean, what you do in your own house is your own business. So.
But
We
none of
season
it
our food down
replaces
here.
chorizo. None of it. There is
Oh,
no
chorizo.
alternative to chorizo.
That is a high fat content right there.
Yeah, but it is deliciousness.
I don't eat.
It's got
chorizo
red
either.
runny fat.
Well, you see, like Chipotle's got like a plant-based chorizo now.
No.
Yeah.
No, I might try
Chipotle,
that.
plant-based chorizo.
Well,
I might try that actually.
honestly though, chorizo is so spiced up, so seasoned up that you could just do that with tofu and have like fake ass chorizo, but you still wouldn't get the You'd
I've
get
had
the
some
red
crap with
for
the
it.
jackfruit, trying to make it taste like chicken, barbecue chicken. That
All
didn't
right.
taste bad, but it didn't taste like barbecue chicken.
Right. That's what I say about my veggie burgers. Like they don't taste like beef,
They don't taste
but
like
I don't
ass,
want them
but,
to.
you
I would
know.
spit it out. If it
Yeah.
tasted like a burger, I would spit
Well,
it out.
I'm
There
gonna
you go, Kathy Bates.
gonna go-
Canadian bacon is ham. I don't know what's
Yeah.
wrong with those damn Canadians. Bourbon's had too many Coors Lights tonight. He's like me. He's doing the frequent bathroom break. Hey, I'm the same way right now. So I'm feeling you, bro. But yeah, no, there's I mean, to me, there is a better meat than bacon. You get a nice ribeye cooked on this. I would rather have a nice ribeye than have any kind of bacon. Slice it up, however you do it. Bacon is good. Bacon is good, but bacon makes everything else better. Bacon's good by itself, but it makes other things bacon. I would rather sit down with a ribeye steak, 8-ounce ribeye, than 8 ounces of bacon.
I would
Ribeye?
rather sit down
No.
to a steak too.
If
it
I'm
would
gonna
be
have a
ribeye.
steak, I'm gonna have a sirloin.
I
You don't
eat
like the
sirloin
fat
steak
and-
too. That's my
You don't
favorite.
like the fat and the flavor in it because that's what a ribeye gives you. It's got a little bit of
No.
marbling in it.
But if you cook it right, that's going to be a tender steak anyway.
Yeah.
And I cook mine medium. I like a medium ribeye. Or
Yeah, my
excuse
wife
me,
doesn't like
sirloin.
any fat in her meat whatsoever, so she's all.
Oh yeah, I
and
don't
look
do
at me,
that.
she got all the fat. But anyways, she likes
She
all
likes
of her
fat
stuff.
in her man.
And her men, not her meat. So trust me, she doesn't like fat in her men either. But you know that's what she's got to deal with. So
Oh.
I like sirloin steak, and I like it a good medium. Medium.
and I like sirloin
medium
too.
well, so
But I used to just get nothing but sirloin, and then when I started getting ribeye, I liked the ribeye better because it was juicier. And I do mine like medium. So there's some pink in it and whatnot still. I like my medium, and I like the marbleizing of the fat and stuff that keeps it nice and juicy and flavorful. That's all.
but
I'll
I can say none of it replaces Kobe beef.
Never had
None of
Kobe beef, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
All right, my
I'm
turn, Jody.
Miller Lite. Miller Lite.
Bourbon Bounty, what's your steak? We all were talking about our steak. What's your steak?
Well, okay. So mine's complicated. It is usually a ribeye, but I used to get the rib roast and dry age them for about 60 days. And one time I did like a 75-day dry age, and then I sous vide, and then reverse sear on the steak. I mean, that shit's good. I mean, that is the epitome of a steak. But porterhouse is also good. We bought like 2-inch thick porterhouses one time and did them over a open pit with the coals, with the hickory coal down, and then smoked them to bring them up to temp. Oh man, they were so good. Yeah, I like meat. I like meat.
I like meat too.
Kathy Bates says she likes a T-bone steak medium rare.
Yeah,
That's a
well,
great
yeah, and I can
portion.
do that. I mean, I can make like a dry aged T-bone medium rare. She would fall in love with me, and then I would have to kick her out of my house. But
All right, Mojo,
yeah.
what's your steak? Because I know you have a strong opinion too.
Oh, we're waiting on Mojo's answer.
Yeah, the chat delay.
Yeah.
We have dead air. I'll have to keep talking, but we'll be looking for the answer.
I will say, if you're gonna do like Mexican, then I want a flat iron.
Oh yeah, the flank. The flank steak and
Yep,
with the
flank with lots of seasoning.
For fajitas. Mm-hmm.
Although I'm more of a chicken fajita girl.
I like chicken fajita.
Yeah.
I like chicken fajitas better too, but some good steak fajita is good too.
Well,
As long as
unless
the
they
steak is
dry
tender,
the
and when you
chicken.
bite into
Like,
it, you don't want to tear into it.
the thing is with the chicken is people tend to overcook it because they're scared of it, and it's
What's
like,
that
oh,
pig
you need to
skin
bring it
bits?
up to this temp, and they bring it up to like 100 degrees more, and it's like dry as fuck.
Kathy wants your meat, Jay. That's what she just
There
said.
you go.
Hello, Jay.
Foreskin blitz.
She said, I would love for you to give it to me.
Yeah, she wants his meat.
Yep. That's damn near Canadian bacon. I'm
I get
just
this
saying.
feeling that Kathy is
Damn
deprived.
near Canadian bacon.
What do you say, Phil?
This feeling that Kathy is deprived.
I think Kathy's not.
You think Kathy's not?
I think
You
she's just
Kathy-
living her best life.
I mean,
Yeah.
Kathy's
no,
living her
I give
best.
it to Kathy. She's up here having a good time, and she don't care what anybody thinks. Or Kathy is having fun, and I appreciate someone like Kathy. Yeah, we have a good time.
Yeah.
She is having a real good time, and you know what? We love having a good time with Kathy.
Yes, absolutely. Kathy, I would savor it for hours.
Now, I'm just saying, his meat is like what would it be like? 50 miles from Canadian bacon. Encased sausage.
But he said it is extra large, so
It's extra large. All right. Okay.
Is there any girth to that bacon, or is it just extra? I mean, when you say extra large, I mean, are you referencing what? Girth, length, combination of both? I mean, come on, and don't lie. Nobody likes a liar except for Cindy. I don't know why he said that. And Cindy's like, huh? What?
Ignore Phil because he is the biggest pain in the ass there ever is. He says that 90% of Southern women have a mustache and a beard.
God damn, that percentage keeps going up.
Worse, Even worse, he's married to a Southern woman, and she should take him out and flog his ass for his
Yes,
shit.
she should. I assure you, I'm a Southern woman. I have none
You
of
know,
that.
I didn't, and I never said 90%, but the percentage keeps going up. I'm just saying, every time she,
Well,
every
okay,
time, every
I
time
think
she
you
comments,
said
the percentage
somewhere.
keeps going up.
You said
Let's go
somewhere
back to the
between
video. Let's go back to the
75
video.
and 80%.
Let's go back to the video. Let's see what I really said. Not what City thinks I said now. But there are some Southern women with some serious facial hair.
There are some.
Yeah, exactly. And some of them look like Jody, and some
Yeah.
of them don't.
I used to work with
You've
one.
met
I've only
me in
met one
person.
bearded lady.
You've
Trust
met me in
Trust
person.
me,
Did
I see
have
him
the
on
beard?
TikTok. I see him on TikTok.
I've only met one bearded lady, and she had a serious. I mean, I was like, damn. That's why you're not supposed to shave if you're
Right.
a lady. Don't do that. You gotta wax and pluck. Like, don't shave.
Yeah, I would nibble on. Anyways,
I dated a girl one time that used to tweeze. She would like be driving down the road, and I'm like, "We gonna die," because I'd be in the passenger seat with my seatbelt on, hoping the airbag was engaged, because she drove like this.
oh really?
That's
Just-
crazy. Why can't she let you drive and groom herself?
Exactly, right?
I don't know.
That's what I do.
We
But
didn't
I
date
don't
long.
tweeze in the car. I do that in the privacy of my bathroom.
I survived a couple of times, and I was like, "You want me to drive?" Nope. Okay, and then
Yeah, no.
I don't tweeze anything below my eyebrows, though.
wait.
I tweeze my
Okay.
eyebrows. I don't
Okay.
tweeze like my chin and stuff.
Oh yeah,
No?
no, she had like shit, and she would tweeze
No?
all the time, and that was part of it. I didn't want to. Yeah.
I wax my lip only maybe like every few months.
I know. I'm
It's
like,
not
look, if you're a
that
Yeti,
bad.
just admit it, and we'll move on. And
Right?
oh
That's
my
my
god!
worst Yeti impression ever.
Ladies, if you mess with your face hair too much, it comes in faster.
There you
You
go.
gotta leave it alone.
Yep.
Well, that's my. I can't. I can't talk up here because I got ladies at my house, my daughters. Yeah, I'm not gonna comment. So.
Bearded ladies is a thing. You gotta leave your hair alone. You gotta
Well, if you shave it, it's going to come back.
That's
thicker.
it. And then that's why we did it as young men. You know, when we were in our, preteens, we shaved that peach fuzz on our lip because, next time it came back, it might be a little bit darker. It might be, and we kept shaving that shit, hoping that we would start looking like men.
And
Right.
at some point, it got bleached, but it's thick though. It is really thick.
It's thick there, but is it thick up here still?
No.
Yeah, exactly, right?
It all
God,
went from
I
up to
hate
here.
God. God takes the hair from here, puts it in our ears, our nose,
Your
our
nose.
face, our chest, and our back, and other places. But he takes it from here. It just it's a trickle down
Your
effect.
butt.
It's butt hair.
My back.
And I don't have a very hairy chest. I mean, I got some hair.
I used to work with this dude when we were really young. I was probably 19 or 20. And he came back to my apartment because he was dating my friend that was also at my apartment. And I went out there and he had his shirt off. And he was my age, you guys. He was early 20s. And he looked like he had a sweater on.
Oh, yeah.
It was hair.
Well,
I don't know how he could be that hairy in his early 20s. But he was.
if you've been in the military, you have seen enough guys where there's that one guy that looks like he's wearing a sweater when he's bare ass naked from the waist up. It is crazy. It is crazy. You may never see it if you've not been in the military. You may never see it. But there is that guy, and they're out there, that is just like a hair bomb blew off.
Yep.
Yep. At a young age too. Like what?
Your hairs are annoying.
I know. I have the trimmer and I do my ear and nose, but mostly it was my chest is furry, and then my back and my balls and my ass crack and all that. It's just like poof. I look like a chia pet.
Good night, Mary.
One time in my life, I took a razor to the area between my ass cheeks, and that will never happen again.
Well, I don't do a razor, but I do. Hey,
Yeah.
old Dumble, how's it
That will
going?
never happen again.
Oh,
Just me.
Joe. How
I
are
do.
you?
I do like manscape shit.
I was younger and in good shape when I did this, and I
I'll
would
be right back.
never.
I'm gonna let them talk about their hair.
You know what?
Yeah, we're
God
not
puts
going-
hair on certain places of men's body because it's meant to be there.
You know what? There's no hair that was meant to be there. I mean,
God put it there for a reason.
Like, whatever. I don't need it, so I get rid of it because I have covers to keep me warm.
So look at Cindy comes back up going, you're shaking her head.
I don't need all that damn hair. That's a
So
whole-
Cindy, we're this summer we're going to Branson. We'll let you know if you want to come when we're going. I don't care what anybody else does. I know they're not doing OJ Fest or whatever, but we are going to. Me and the wife for 4 or 5 days are going to Branson. So,
Well, as it is right now, Michael is going to Texas for 2 weeks in the summer, and we're going to swing by Arkansas and meet up with all the Texas crew.
Gotcha.
So it depends on when you're going to Branson.
I don't even know yet. I'm just saying. Me and the
Because-
wife decided that since there's no OG Fest, that we're going
until
to
spring.
Yeah.
Spring.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
She just bopped it down.
Oh, I can't get over this stuff.
What is it?
This is the cookies and cream from Old Smoky.
Oh, okay.
Has it got a decent proof on it? I mean, I would think it's probably a low proof, 40-50%.
Yeah, it's 35 proof on it.
Okay. So it's something you can put with something else.
Yeah, it's something you can put with something else. And the moon pie is 35 proof too. So
Okay.
Those are like schnapps.
yeah, they're like schnapps, but they're good. It's just something to break up the monotony of marshmallow fluff.
All the Texas crew. What's that?
Well, old Humble, we're gonna be in Killeen, or he's gonna be in Killeen. So we're gonna be stopping and meeting people in Dallas. Those kind of areas, and we're seriously hoping to get to go by your distillery, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, Twisted says
Texas crew, yeah.
Right on.
Well, I'm sure as things get closer, they'll have exact dates and those closest, like You know, those of us furthest as far away from Texas as you could be, like in Michigan. You know.
Well, we've got two sets. We've got two sets of dates because he's going for 2 weeks. I do know he's going to Fort Sam Houston, San Antonio to finish up phase 3. And I know what month that is. I don't know the exact date. He still has a reservation for it. He's going to Killeen for 2 weeks for prep, and then he's going to Killeen for a year.
Really? So you're leaving Tennessee?
Well, he is. We are technically not going. So it really depends on several things.
Okay. Well, if he's wrapped up there, it doesn't matter what y'all are doing.
Yeah. Well, see, he's gonna be the mission's gonna be the same as it was the last time he went, and he'll be there at Fort Hood for a year doing SRP, the Soldiers Readiness Program, where the soldiers are getting ready to deploy and then getting ready to come back. So he'll be doing that. But with him being there for a freaking year, I'm going to go down as much as possible, if not longer.
Sure. When you take the flight over, you need to miss it and land in Houston, and then Old Humble will take care
of you. Yeah, we're trying to narrow down the dates and those kind of things, Old Humble. But yeah, I plan on getting in as much sightseeing as possible then. But while he's there for a year, yeah, I'm gonna go to Houston. I know I'm gonna go back to San Antonio because there's a lot in San Antonio I missed the last time I was in Texas because the government shut down. So. And there's several things in Texas I want to say.
Sam, you're about to go live, right?
I am.
She's muted.
Yeah. Well, she's not paying attention.
Well, she's getting ready to go. I got a vibration.
Yes, I am in 14 minutes.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab this link. Gosh, how did I do that?
Yeah, we loved San Antonio when we were down there, Old Humble. We got to see 2 of the missions, but I didn't. I've got a national parks passport, and I couldn't get them stamped because of the shutdown, and that's upset me to the point that I will get them stamped, come hell or high water, and get to see the rest of the missions.
Yeah, I have lived in Texas my entire life, mostly, and I have never been to San Antonio.
Really?
Yeah, I want to go. I need to go.
Yeah.
Well, it is a big country, Texas.
Yeah,
yes, it is.
Huge fucking state.
It's
but have you been to Waco?
7-hour drive.
Waco.
I have not been to Waco.
Man, I used to go to Waco all
Or Austin.
We were in Waco like 4 or 5 times. I loved getting to see all kinds of things there in Waco.
And see, the rest of us associate Waco with something else. So.
With the David
and actually, you can tour the Branch Davidian compound.
Yeah.
And after that happened, Texans tend to call it Waco.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I call it, Waco. And I bought my last suits at Waco.
Yeah, unfortunately, Oxford, Michigan will always be one of those places too now. So, not as bad as that, as what went on in, but still horrible.
I've never been to El Paso either.
See,
No?
see, I haven't been to El Paso.
Oh my
either.
God.
Well,
I've been to more places in Texas than you, and you've lived there your whole life.
Yep, I've been in East Texas and Dallas mostly the entire time.
Man,
He's
I
a
was
homebody.
only there 18 years.
Yeah,
Damn.
I can tell you about Dallas though.
But yeah, I can tell you about Amarillo, El Paso.
Amarillo by
No,
morning.
I have family in Amarillo, but I don't ever go there.
Houston and Dallas and Fort Worth and Austin and all
I've
kinds
been
of
to
shit.
Houston a few times. Oh, I was not impressed at all.
Well, Houston stinks because it
Yeah, it
smells like
does.
burnt rubber.
Yeah, it depends on what
It
part of
literally
Houston,
stinks.
right?
Well, I mean,
It's a
they're
very industrial city.
yeah.
And there's a very bad part of Houston.
I'm just
Like
not. I
Detroit.
was never impressed with it. I was even in. My sister used to live in Katy area, which is near Houston, suburb of Houston, and it's a nicer area, but I still was not impressed with it.
Well, I only went through Houston to get to the coast,
Galveston, yeah.
Galveston. Yeah,
Been to
but
Galveston.
yeah,
Galveston's
I've
cool.
been through Houston.
I'm going to go for now, but I'll see you over at Twisted Art Lady. I'll come hang out for a few minutes before I get to bed. So, but I'm going to go for right
All right,
now.
cool.
So, all right, guys.
Alrighty.
Love you guys.
All right.
I'm actually gonna get off of here and go get
Keep it
ready for the
spicy.
stream too.
Yep.
Yep.
And I'll
I'll
jump
see you
over
guys
there
later.
in a little bit,
Alrighty. See you
just
later.
for a little bit though.
Yeah.
Maybe an hour, maybe two. I don't know. We'll
All
see.
right, cool. We are playing games tonight. I'm planning
Oh
to
my
anyway.
God, I'm gonna be up till 3 in the morning.
3 hours. It'll be okay.
well, the advantage
I'll
to
see
you
y'all
being a boss means if you get caught
Is
napping
that
on
you
the
can
job,
sleep in.
nobody will say anything,
Yeah,
Jody.
well, fuck them. Yeah, we'll take care of it.
All right, poof, I'm done.
Yeah, he said, old Humble said, Houston will be nice when they get finished building it. Yeah, they've only been building it for like 250 fucking years.
Yeah, Houston is one of those areas I want to see. I want to go to El Paso. I eventually want to hit all of Texas, and I guess I eventually will. So,
Well, I will say this. When we were driving, we went to not Galveston, but it was Port Aransas or whatever. We were going down to deep sea fish. And we went down and we cut through. So people don't realize that the Aggies College Station is in the middle of freaking nowhere. Like nowhere. Like you drive and it's like nothing. And then you hit College Station and then it's nothing in every direction. Right. So we were like seeing all these like fruit markets on the side of the road, farmers market bullshit out in the middle of nowhere. And so we drove down on the way back. We bought some watermelons and shit, but I mean, if you're going to visit Texas, there's East Texas and like between Texarkana and Dallas, or Natchitoches or whatever, somewhere over in here. Lots of woods, little hills, nothing big. And Paris, Texas, up north of 40, best freaking burger you're ever going to have in your life, a cheeseburger. But then you hit Dallas, DFW, and you can either go to Amarillo, up to Oklahoma, or south. And if you go south, 35 splits at Denton, and 35W goes to Fort Worth, 35E goes through Dallas, and at Hillsboro, they come back together again. And then you can go down to Waco, and you can keep going and hit Austin, or you can cut over somewhere in there and go through College Station and go down, to Houston and cut some time off your trip or whatever. Or you can keep going and go down through San Antonio and all that. And then there's El Paso over there. But there's a whole bunch of fucking desert, over in there. Like Texas is big, but there's a whole big, beer gut belly of it that ain't shit in it, hardly.
Well, we drove when we went the last time we went. We drove, and it was I drove. It was me, Beanie, and our dog. And
let me say this: just the two of us.
Wait a minute.
Make it, you and I.
Then we have to drink.
Yeah, there we go. All right.
But we drove. I drove, and you would think, okay, when I left Asheville, we're driving from Asheville to Knoxville, from Knoxville to Nashville to Memphis, and then down. And Alabama was the longest ever of the whole trip. You would think Texas would have been it. No, it's like I wanted to get the fuck out of Alabama. I heard banjos as soon as we crossed the line, and it did not stop. We flew practically through Mississippi, and then we hit Louisiana, and for some reason there's no Popeyes in the north part of Louisiana until you're almost to Texas.
Popeyes is not real Louisiana. But I will say this about your state. There's 3 things in your state. There's Memphis, Nashville, Knoxville. That's it. Otherwise,
and only one of them is halfway decent.
Otherwise, it's big trucks passing big trucks over and over and over again, and you can't drive the fucking speed limit because it's another big truck pulling over in front of your ass. Yep. I mean, I-40 sucks.
And I can tell you, the roads in Tennessee are nice, except for in Knoxville. For some reason, they have lost their damn minds. The road in Knoxville is shitty. The interchanges and bypasses and all that shit in Nashville are insane. Someone was smoking crack when they city planned that shit, and nobody wants to stop in Memphis. Nobody. So I thought it was bad. I didn't want to stop in Arkansas at all, but
all right. So I think Twisted she gonna go live in like 3 minutes.
Yep.
So we have 3 freaking minutes. And here's Twisted Art Lady. If you want to see where we're gonna be next, it's gonna be right here. All right, so here's what it's a. Okay, all right, we're not gonna be here. We're gonna be over on Twisted. We're gonna be over there.
All right. Well, I am getting off here.
Yep, me too.
And I will see everybody later.
All right, bye everybody. We're ending the broadcast.